Boom.
Hi.
Hey, and just like that, it's a Friday, baby. The weekend is here. I'm not even going to say it's on the horizon. I think we've crossed over the event horizon.
I feel it here.
Welcome,
it's all over. It's a weekend Olympic entertainment vibe coming all over us. But welcome. My name is Carl. This is Graham. We are here for you, and it's going to be a beautiful show.
And I'm here for you today.
And I'm here for you.
Because I think we're all conflicted because the Olympics have started, but we haven't had an Olympic ceremony yet. So everyone's like, why? What's going on, man? We're through to the semi-finals, and that's all we really care about. It's fine.
Yes.
We'll delve into all of the sporting action, but of course, we've got a lot of entertainment to keep you glued this morning, from catching up with MasterChef SA contestant Naledi Malatse, and of course, winning last week's Apple Challenge, to rubbing shoulders with actress Innocentia Mashilas. Cannot wait.
It's going to be a beautiful show, obviously. MasterChef, we got the food covered, that's great, but how about something else? Now, if you weren't like me and you didn't sit in the cinema last night, JP's got you sorted out. I did actually do that. I was crazy enough to do it. Deadpool and Wolverine is out. Do you know why I did that to myself? Right? Knowing that I had to wake up early, I had to do it because the thing is, I know spoilers would come.
Oh, for sure.
So that's why I said I'm going to do it. So I did it today. I'm ready for JP. Let's go.
Otherwise, you would have had to turn your phone off for the whole weekend. You would have missed all the sporting results. It would have been awful. Well, then finally, we get the latest in technology advancements with the launch of the Galaxy Fold 6 and the Galaxy Flip 6 Plus, and how you can take gaming to the next level with the Odyssey G5 gaming monitor. I have a feeling, there's certain FOMO just that is resigned for monitors, for gaming monitors, for gaming tech that is just next level. This is that.
So true.
It's going to blow your mind. So we've got literally every box ticked.
Right.
Almost.
One more, though.
Almost.
We do need to add something beautiful, incredibly talented as well. How about Zanele?
Stop it. I love you two so much. Good morning, my amazing gentlemen. And hello, Mzansi. It is officially that time where we get to ease you into the weekend. But you did hear that we've got a delicious menu on the way, right? But you also know that we want to hear from you on the social media streets. So let's do it. Our Good Morning Post is all about the Olympics. Happy Olympics Day, Mzansi. I know our team is going to make us so proud because we're going for gold, baby. However, we want to know, when it comes to the Olympics, right? My friend, what is your favorite Olympic sport? Let us know on social media, #Expresso Show, and give us a little bit of a voice note over there, won't you? 063-408-8863. And I can tell you mine, just to kick things off. It is definitely 100%, without a doubt, the 100-meter sprint. Because after that, you get called the fastest man or woman in the world. How cool is that? Remember when Usain Bolt broke all of those records? And then the beautiful lady from Jamaica, I'm obsessed with that event. And we want to know, what is yours? 063-408-8863. I almost gave you my number there. For now, though, let's go over to the news headlines with Carl.
Almost gave us your number. That would have been a brilliant start to a Friday. But either way, thank you so much, Zanele. Let's take a look at your news from around the world. Let's start at home. Now, a large clinical trial conducted in South Africa and Uganda shows that an injection administered twice a year can give young women 100% protection against HIV. The trial sought to establish whether the 6-month injection of this particular drug, of course, would provide better protection than 2 other pre-exposure drugs, both pills taken daily. Now, medical research teams from UCT led the South African part of the trial. Professor of Medicine Linda Gale Becker says this breakthrough gives great hope that there is a proven, highly effective prevention tool to protect people from HIV. Now, the Department of Correctional Services has announced that disciplinary action will be taken against prison guards implicated in illegal activities within the facilities. Officials conducted a raid at Johannesburg prison known as Sun City, uncovering a stash of drugs, televisions, Wi-Fi devices and electronic gaming systems. Department spokesperson Singabako Khumalo stated that this operation is part of a strategic effort to curb the smuggling of contraband into prisons. Khumalo emphasized that prison authorities will be required to provide a detailed report on how these items bypass security measures. Now, on to international news. A heatwave in Morocco has killed at least 21 people in a 24-hour period in the central city of Beni Mellal. The Department of Meteorology said soaring temperatures reached 48 degrees Celsius in some areas, Morocco's record temperature, 50.4 degrees Celsius, was set in August last year in Agadir, in the south of the country. The rising temperatures and prolonged drought are a threat to the vital agriculture sector, and scientists have linked climate change to more prolonged, stronger and more frequent extreme weather, including heat waves. Now, North Korean hackers are attempting to steal nuclear and military secrets from governments and private companies around the world. The UK, US and South Korea have warned. They say the group, known as, the names Andariel, as well as Onyx Fleet, is targeting defense, aerospace, nuclear and engineering entities to obtain classified information with the aim of advancing Pyongyang's military and nuclear programs and ambitions. It's believed the group has been seeking information in a wide range of areas, from uranium processing to tanks, submarines and torpedoes. And the biggest night of 2024 has finally arrived, the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympic Games. Now, this unique eye-catching event will take place along a 6-kilometer route on the Seine, ending among the gardens, fountain, and of course palaces as well, in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower at Trocadero. Now, nearly 100 boats carrying more than 10,000 athletes and a host of dignitaries will sail past Paris's iconic landmarks, including Notre Dame, the Cathedral, and of course Pont Neuf. The ceremony will also include the official opening of the Games by French President Emmanuel Macron and the much-anticipated lighting of the Olympic cauldron. The event begins at 7:30 p.m. tonight, South African time, and is expected to last just under 4 hours. Of course, we'll unpack more of the Olympic Games with you a little bit later, but of course, all the other sporting action is available to you right now. Here's G.
Thank you so much, my friend. Not to overshadow what promises to be a breathtaking opening ceremony, we don't really care when the Blitzboks have already progressed. Yes, start with the action at the Olympics. And the Blitzboks, they delivered an exceptional defensive display last night to eliminate New Zealand and advance to the Olympic Games semi-finals. So the 8th-ranked Blitzboks held on to a 14-7 lead, and they really had to fight hard, avenging their pool stage loss to New Zealand, of course, in a thrilling quarterfinal in Paris. So the Blitzboks will next face the hosts France in their semi-final, and that's at 3:30 p.m. on Saturday, 3:30 in the afternoon. Now let's bring it back to local franchise rugby, and not the best news for the Bulls. Bulls have announced the departure of Chris Smith, who will be joining French club Oyonnax Rugby at the end of his contract. So Smith, the 2023-24 URC Golden Boot winner, he has made an impact. He's been with the Bulls since 2020, making 96 appearances across the United Rugby Championship, Champions Cup and the Currie Cup. He's racked up 634 points during his time with the franchise, and of course they are riding high at the moment. 84% coming from the URC rather, and Currie Cup matches, but we certainly wish him well on the next season of his journey. Now let's turn to cricket, and Proteas fast bowler Gerald Coetzee has been ruled out of the upcoming 2-match test series against the West Indies, that due to a left side strain. So Coetzee sustained the injury while playing for the Texas Super Kings in Major League Cricket, obviously in the US. Miguel Pretorius, a 29-year-old Northwest Dragons bowler, he's been named as his replacement. Pretorius first called up to the test squad in December of 2020, now boasts 188 first-class wickets. Recently played for Somerset in the county championship. He really has found a brilliant balance in his game. Now let's turn to motorsports, and a new era there as well. Esteban Ocon will join Haas on a multi-year contract, becoming the first Formula One Grand Prix winner to race for the team. So Ocon, with 146 race starts, previously competed for Manor and then Force India. Haas, which is powered by Ferrari, has yet to secure a race win since entering Formula One back in 2016, so still a very young side. But this move comes as Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hülkenberg both depart, with Hülkenberg now set to join Sauber, who are of course set to become Audi, of course, next season. So lots of permutations, but that's what Formula One is all about, and that's where we leave our sport for now. As Carl said, yes, we'll delve a little deeper into the Olympics in just a moment, but before we delve into the weekend, let's see if the weather is going to play along.
It's not going to play along. I just have a warning for you, and let's start with that. The South African Weather Service has warned of a significant cold front expected to affect the Western, Northern and Eastern Cape from tomorrow into Sunday. The public and small stock farmers should prepare for intermittent heavy downpours, snowfalls, very cold conditions, strong coastal and interior winds and very rough seas. The Cape Town Metro Council has asked the public to take precautionary measures ahead of the Level 5 warning. Disaster Management spokesperson Charlotte Powell highlights that recent rains have saturated the ground, increasing flood risks. She advises clearing drains and gutters, removing tree branches and digging ditches around houses to divert water. All the best this weekend. Now, usually we wait for a sunrise view, but I wanted to get started because I was so excited. Jennifer from Margate was what they would call oppet this morning. Look at this beautiful non-AI generated image of pure natural beauty from this lovely country. And I know there are many more sunrises like this, so if you have one, please don't be selfish. Share it with me, 063-408-8863, and I could showcase you on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Now let's take a look at your temperatures across Mzansi.
All right, moderate weather, a little bit chilly. Just stay indoors. We got you covered. We, I think, are buzzing about the Olympics.
Yes, we are.
I need to be able to watch sport on multiple channels all the time, okay? And I like that. So we're going to be spoiled. But, of course, we've got the opening ceremony. The Blitzboks have gone through to the semi-finals.
Right, already.
Yeah, no, it's all lining up. We love it. We're here for that. Lorenzo will take us through the details.
And then, of course, we've got a MasterChef SA contestant as well that needs to take us through the journey as well as maybe a recipe or two. So we'll get into that a little bit later. So stick with us. We are your entertainment and Olympic entertainment. It is, of course, Expresso, your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. The action may have started, but the Paris Olympics officially gets underway tonight at 7:30 p.m. And for the first time in the history of the Olympic Summer Games, the opening ceremony will not take place in a stadium, but on the River Seine. And it looks absolutely exquisite what they've got planned.
I mean, I love the speculation around the opening ceremony has been, like a lot of secrets. I feel like Deadpool and Wolverine, as well as the Olympic ceremony, have been kept well. It's perfect. The Olympic Village for the Paris 2024 Games will provide top-notch accommodations for the athletes with a newly created urban area and beds that you can't do anything but sleep on. Designed to reflect Paris' 2024's high environmental standards, this village will benefit both the athletes and the people of the Seine-Saint-Denis. And of course, we need to find out some more. This is why we got the professional Olympic standard sports professional Lorenzo is here. Look at you go.
Dun, 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 dun.
It is that time, my
Yeah.
friend. This is the best of the best. Okay, I don't know. I feel like we have to talk about the beds because you've got to talk about the Olympic Village. Because you've got to talk about
But
how
they've got
excited.
phones, they've got beds.
Yes.
I saw a few videos, some of the guys coming out already, and jumping on the beds.
Yes,
I was
so
like,
no.
why are you jumping on the beds?
Well, it's a lot of really good-looking people in a small space.
Yes.
It's going to be
What?
exciting.
Oh, wow.
No, we love the fact that the world's best athletes, young athletes, are sitting, sharing breakfast tables with their absolute icons. I think that's the most exciting part, is that you've got everyone in the same room together. But officially, it gets underway tonight.
Yeah.
It feels like all bets are off for this one. We've needed this.
Yeah,
Olympics,
look, I'm thinking back to my childhood. I couldn't wait for the Olympics to start. And now we get to see certain flag bearers that we never expected. LeBron James, or do we call them float bearers now? Because they float bearers. Yeah, with flags. They just
Exactly.
happen to have flags with them.
Floaters, yeah.
Yeah, let's not go floaters.
No, it's not.
Flotage.
That's a nice one.
Here's a nice one.
Flotilla.
And definitely looking forward to Team Mzansi, Team SA.
Come on.
Like, come on. And then just to see the world come together. Guys, we've had a few years where one country was not liking the next,
Yeah.
We've
The
been
Olympics is here.
polarized,
Yeah, the Olympics is here. Let's love each other.
We are going.
Not the beds.
I love you, man. Well,
yeah.
look, people are going to be loving each other. That's going to happen, yeah.
The love we saw from the Blitz box is quite nice as well. When things started, what I saw, what worried me is that Philip Snyman had one of the most honest interviews he ever had about not good enough. We put ourselves under
I was
pressure.
broken,
I was like,
yeah.
that was like a reprimand to your players on camera. Then we came back like that. It's quite unique, I must just say. So, Blitz box is crazy, right? I mean,
Yeah,
the fact
look,
that we are there already and we haven't even
crazy.
started the opening ceremony.
Crazy. I'm trying to wake up from this dream of what I had last night. And
Yeah.
I called my friend in Pretoria. I was like, what is going on? Like, where was this team all along?
Where's
was
this team in the whole season?
Why was
Right.
this team the 12th team to qualify? They had to beat Great Britain.
Yes.
Because everyone's like, where's Great Britain, guys? What's going on? They're not there. Those one of the teams that are always the favorites.
Yeah.
And they're not there at the moment. Defensively, we were nowhere to be seen throughout the year. We had a change with our coaching staff as well. Philip Snyman had to come in. Mario Skuman had to take over as well.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit, our system was in shambles, if I can
was.
put it. It was definitely in shambles.
A chance for a rebirth, if you will. Sometimes you do need to go through these phases. Maybe this is that opportunity because the Olympics is a bit of a hoodoo for us.
Yeah, it was.
It was. Okay.
Redemption, road to redemption, Tokyo. We went to quarterfinals. We're not Ireland. That's what happened to them last night. They beat us in the group
That narrative
stages.
has changed,
They
yeah.
beat us in the group stages to lose in the quarterfinals. That's what happened to them last night. So, yeah.
Now we play the hosts
Yes.
at home in the semi-finals. What do we know about this French outfit? I would assume a lot of the French big guns have been crammed into this sevens mold, whether they fit or not. It's going to be quite a potent French team,
Yeah.
especially on home soil.
Antoine Dupont.
Yes.
There
That's
we go.
all I have to
just
say.
him.
Antoine Dupont. Give the ball. Because, if he gets the ball
Yeah.
and the commentators go crazy.
That's
He looks their way, they go crazy.
The stats just come out.
Yeah.
It flows out of the commentators.
It just
eh?
flows.
points just start going up.
He's sitting on the substitute bench and they get so excited. And I'm sitting over there and I'm thinking, when did we decide that one man makes a game completely? Yes, we had Dan Carter, but he had a team around him as well. We had Brian Abana. He had a team around him.
Yeah.
Antoine Dupont is like, when you talk about the French team, no one talks about anyone else in the team.
Yeah.
But Antoine Dupont. What about the other 7 guys?
Yes.
And this is the thing about the French team. when you start making a multi out of one, the French are very arrogant.
It's going to hit the psychology big time.
It's going to hit it. There's going to be internal fights. Someone's going to go to the coach and say something. Someone's not going to want to come off.
Well, I suppose there's established stars within that team that are going to want to own that space.
We've seen this with Kylian Mbappe as well. They're so passionate, and I use the word loosely. Passionate.
Yeah.
He is passionate, but you cannot build a team around one man. And if they implode on Saturday, I'd rather let them implode against us than any other team.
100%. Yeah. No, look, now we're knocking on the middle door, and that's
same stadium.
What we absolutely love. We're done for that.
True.
Can we talk about football and the shock?
Not that one.
Morocco.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Argentina. Is this a massive shock in the context of the Olympics? Because we know it's a slightly different team, slightly different ecosystem, maybe a lot more of the younger players getting that opportunity. Should this be the shock that it is?
Well, it was. It was. We first heard about the drone and Canada spying on New Zealand, and I thought, okay, maybe that is the only controversy we're going to have. And they were like, no, hold our ball.
Hold my remote.
Hold the remote. I'm coming for you. And Morocco plays an amazing brand of football. We saw what happened in the World Cup, making it all the way to the top 4 in the world. So that trickles down to your junior team, under 23. And you'll get a few, senior players in there as well. And then what will happen is that they're going to go out there to prove something, especially with Copa America. And then there was the racist chants coming out of Argentina as well. So, when that happened, and it was Christian Medina that scored the goal.
This VAR thing.
The VAR.
How long?
Look, no, but the thing is, that was only because of the pitch invasion.
Yeah.
It should have been immediate. And this is what gets to me every time watching these games, is the fact that we've got 4 years and VAR has been developed, and we find ourselves in a world that is taken over digitally. We should have these things instantly. It could have been a glitch. We saw what happened a few weeks ago. But for fans to get onto the field, that's a no-go for me. I feel any fans that invade a field would need to be banned for life.
I'm just thinking of Messi's security guard that's gone viral.
Oh, yeah, no, he's a different one.
The most gentle, most hardcore person on the planet, just gently nudging
Did you notice something about him, though? Is the fact that him and Carl, they kind of look...
They do look the same.
But I've never seen them in the same place
in the same time. I was going to ask, because we haven't actually seen them share a screen together. I just feel safer. All I want to say is I feel a lot safer whenever Carl is next to me.
I'm coming.
I can't confirm nor deny, but there's so much to chat about. And, of course, Lorenzo is going to be here every step of the way to take us through all the action, get ready for all of the action at SABC Sport. The Paris Olympic Games will air on the 26th of July. That is today through till 11 August on all 4 SABC TV channels and 19 SABC radio stations.
Done.
And you can also follow sabcsport.co.za and SABC Plus for all the action. Thank you, Lorenzo. We love you.
My absolute pleasure. I can't wait for tonight. I'm like a kid in a candy store. Oh, my gosh. It's going to be so amazing.
Oh, my.
It will.
No, nothing can trump that. Well, I mean, maybe winning.
And it's winning big today. We get excited about this every day because it's just crazy kind of money, but today is even crazier. Okay, today could be your lucky day to win when you play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 27 million rand. Come on, you could buy your own football team. And that's our estimated jackpot this Friday. You can name them whatever you want.
Please don't get left behind, though, please. I want you to just focus on this. There's the Olympics going on. There's a lot of winning happening. So play Powerball for an estimated 15 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 12 million rand. That's this Friday. When's Friday? It's today. Namhlanje vandag. Hello.
So you're now already halfway out your door. Why? Because you're going to get your tickets and you're already smiling. You're pumping out that good energy, the good karma, so you can bring it back to you. Or you can just do that. Pump it out online. Smile at your phone. Go on to nationallottery.co.za. That's their website. Go onto the mobile app. Really easy to use. You can buy through your cell phone banking. They will have a little drop down there, guaranteed. Or you can go old school, simply dial *120 *7529# for USSD. Whatever you do, just do it, please.
Done. You see, now you got all the details. We've actually repeated the details on our social media pages, so go check them out. And Panda push-up players, of course, are like you. Powerball Plus, 27 million, you could be a winner, and those are the estimated jackpots for today. So please, play today and do enjoy as we get on over to Zanele.
Ooh. Ooh, baby, that's 27 million reasons to enter. Come on. I wish you all of the best, my Expresso family. Go and do the things that need to be done. Get that lottery ticket. However, I know that that's a goal for you, right? To win the lottery. My goal right now is to make friends with JP, okay? Because JP chats to really amazing people like Wendy Jacobson, the producer of Deadpool and Wolverine. My goodness, we get to see it a little bit later on. My friends, stick around for that. I think it is a dope chat that's going to be coming your way. And then I get to have a lovely chat with a lovely lady. She is from MasterChef. Her name is Naledi Matsitse, and she is in the building to chat all things MasterChef for this season. Do not go anywhere, because this is one person who knows how to win challenges, baby, and that is why she's going to be sitting on this seat right here. We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, a whole lot more of what you need to get your morning started right here on S3.
We connect more countries than any other airline. Turkish Airlines.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. You're on your feel-good breakfast show on S3. Welcome back, baby. Let's get into something that I promised you. Us sitting down with Naledi Matsitse. She is a MasterChef SA contestant who has gone on to do the things that need to be done because she was the winner of last week's challenge, my friend. Now, one of the things that she does is recreate gourmet dishes that have gone on to impress the MasterChef SA judges. And honey, one of the most beautiful things about her is that she is not just a chef, she is also a mom. So she plays all of these different roles, doing the things of picking up, looking after, crying, not crying. She does it all, okay? Everybody, please, let's welcome Naledi. Naledi, how are you, my love? That's good. Of course, we have to. You are someone who, you know, you just take it to the top when it comes to these incredible reality TV shows. Having won one of them, I have to ask you, why did you feel like you needed to enter another one?
I mean, MasterChef is actually different. It's one of those things I always dreamt of entering, and it's just really to really test my fine dining and gourmet skills.
Yes.
Yeah, I felt like it's actually a right, you know, space to do that.
I love that. Yeah. Well, honey, you're doing the things because you won last week's challenge. But, Expresso family, I need you to check this out. It's Naledi, everybody! Come on! Naledi. Oh, okay, before we get to you winning, I need to ask you, why did you choose the person that you chose? Because, of course, as the top 15 for MasterChef SA, you had to create a dish for the apple of your eye. Who did you choose and why?
So I chose my sister. My sister is my bestie. She comes after me. It's three of us.
Yes.
And yeah, it was actually quite easy because on the day of the cook, it was her birthday as well.
Oh.
And one of the things that we connect on is food. So I figured, you know what? Apples, why not? I mean, I remember when she was young, she couldn't say apple. She would say, I want an apple in Setswana. Wanting to say she wants an apple.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, when I saw apples, I'm like, go. I'm cooking for you. And I mean, the dish that I cooked, I chose to make as well. I grew up not eating pork. Both of us actually at home, it was, I don't know why. We never really, pork was not a thing.
Yeah.
And it actually really made sense because, I mean, right now we are on our pork wild season. We just love pork, and yeah, it was actually really easy. I figured, why not her?
I love that. I hope my sister's watching. That's so sweet. Oh, my word. But Naledi, I mean, congratulations on winning the entire challenge. Did you expect it to happen like that?
No, to be frank with you, I didn't. It was crazy. I panicked midway through the cook because I didn't think, you know, they will understand the flavor combination.
Yes.
And, you know, for some people, when you see apple, you're just thinking sweet. So I had to really incorporate the apples in to make it a savory dish.
Yeah.
And another thing that I love is rooibos. So when I thought of, okay, how can I actually make them work? I remember that, you know, rooibos, apples flavor, they actually really work together. And I'm like, hey, let's do this pork-crusted rooibos thing and let's see how it will go.
There you are. Yes.
I didn't expect it at all.
Well, honey, you blew the judges away, which is absolutely incredible. And now you've actually been relieved of having to be judged by Chef Knox, the internationally acclaimed chef, who came all the way from London and has now gotten the other chefs, or will be getting them to cook their, or rather her, famous pie. How do you feel about that?
That's all I can say.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to, I mean, it's one of those things. I don't really like pastry. I love eating it. I'm not really you know, a pastry person.
Okay.
Baking or anything that has to do with flour, really, I feel like people that do that, they're scientists.
Yeah.
And when I heard that it's Chef Knox and it's pie, I'm like, yo, I mean, I won the right challenge. I was so glad. I'm glad I'll be watching from the country. I'll get to see what they get to do and learn a couple of things from, you know, up there as well. So, yeah.
Oh, man, I'm super happy for you because I can imagine. I've seen people do pastry and it isn't easy, like you say.
And at Chef Knox, come on, guys. No.
Good to come on, guys. But Naledi, you also are now, my love, a huge part of season 5, which is why I need to ask you, what makes this specific season so special?
This season is actually very different because I feel like all the contestants are from different backgrounds. It's a very diverse group of people. And, you know, we all get to showcase where we come from, you know, our love for food in different ways. And I mean, another thing that makes it different, the ladies in it, guys. Like,
come on!
I'm in it. And I think the third one is that it's on SABC now. So a lot of people get to access it. And yeah, basically that's just about it. I'm really excited about this season. I feel like we are going to bring it.
Come on. Naledi, I know my bosses are loving you because you said that it's on SABC now and everyone can access it. That's right, because SABC is for the people. Thank you very much. And this is why, my lovely, you can catch MasterChef SA right here on S3 every Saturday at 7:30 p.m. It is absolutely incredible what is happening there. And trust me, you want to see how our home cooks are doing, like Naledi and the likes. However, you know that we got a whole lot more coming up right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Do stick around. But Cape Teasy, we are coming to you in a little bit. Check this out, Mzansi.
Next on MasterChef South Africa.
You have the opportunity to pay tribute to our star science.
Love that. The stakes are very high on this one. This madumbi, it's not mashing.
Elimination is inevitable because there can only be one.
I'm definitely tasting the hype.
I'm afraid my prawn is almost raw.
My prawn was raw as well.
MasterChef South Africa. Every Saturday on S3 at 7.
Superstars.
Exciting times here, honestly, but I can tell you the excitement is just going to develop throughout the year. We're only halfway through the year, but Hollywood can probably already celebrate a windfall 2024 because of today's huge big screen release.
It's massive. It is the cinema event of a lifetime. And this is for the superhero heads, and I think for a whole lot more, actually. Uniting worlds that have been begging to see made whole by teaming up. I am, of course, talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. They're merging. A third in the Merc with a mouth's arc for Ryan Reynolds, of course, but all that and so much more as it returns Hugh Jackman to his iconic, genre-defining X-Man. We are right for the yellow suit is enough for me, in fact.
Of course. So we got an X-Man, we got a movie man, JP, who sat down with executive producer Wendy Jacobson to discuss the superhero cinema significant dream team-up. Let's take a look.
Wendy Jacobson, executive producer for Deadpool and Wolverine. Hello.
Hello, very nice to meet you.
Oh, it's great to meet you too. But I don't know if anyone's told Team Deadpool and Wolverine that you can all exhale now.
Almost. We got a couple more weeks to go.
Oh, jeez. Because I feel like a lot of fans and even some of the suits will be very impressed at sort of an immense coming together of everything. And so I want for you, for myself as an average Joe, put me in your shoes as an executive producer. Help me appreciate how astonished you were by everything clicking into place in production of this film.
That's a very good question. And I think I would have to say that, I remember Kevin Feige asking me once about shooting this movie and asking if it had, met or exceeded my expectations. And I said to him, Kevin, there were no expectations because in my wildest dreams, I never could have even imagined some experience like this. These two absolute icons, megastars, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, playing these roles they were born to play, and then having both of them together, and also just the timing for this feeling so right and this movie feeling so different. Yeah, it's quite shocking how it's all come together. It really just feels like destiny in a weird way.
I know that you said, for example, in some other interviews that it was the turnaround time just in early development that was unlike any other major film in the industry's experience. So I'm glad it all did come together because it really did.
Yeah. I mean, I think even on a smaller movie, to have an actual first draft of a script in 8 weeks is pretty unheard of. Usually the minimum I would say is 12 weeks. Mm-hmm. But then to be prepping and shooting 6 months later, it's remarkable. Mm-hmm. And it really speaks to the team of filmmakers that we had. We had 5 people writing this, and we just had some of the most talented department heads working in the business today.
And that's exactly what I want, like average people like me on the street to appreciate about what goes into bringing a village of human beings together to make a miracle happen. So in early development, it's interesting that you all came together and you had like a group hug and a hurrah around Hugh Jackman saying, "Let's go for it, guys." But what I must say is that if I'm not mistaken, it's almost like you guys were spoiled for ideas a bit, almost maybe too much creative freedom. What would you say are some of the considerations that made conceptualization, at the very start at least, a bit of a head scratcher?
That's a tough one. I think it's because, the expectations are so high. The first Deadpool movie was so groundbreaking. No one had ever seen anything like it before. The tone is so unique. And then the second film was also fantastic, right? And Deadpool has to be different, and he has to zig where other movies zag, and he has to subvert audience expectations, right?
Which I must say is very refreshing because I'm not even religious necessarily about superhero movies. I feel like I'm maybe too much of an old uncle for it or whatever, but it's refreshing to see a subversion, sort of like a lateral movement versus,
Yeah, so I think that just makes it hard because the bar is so very high. We're not just gonna make a Deadpool movie to make a Deadpool movie, and Ryan Reynolds is never going to make a Deadpool movie that doesn't live up to audience expectations. So we really had to find the reason for the movie to exist, and Hugh signing on was just kind of a light bulb moment for all of us.
Yeah, geez, the place that it meets you, where as well as bringing in, like you said, these stalwarts of like nearly 3 decades of superhero film. So another thing that I found interesting in reading a couple of interviews, like from director, writer and producer Sean Levy, is the use of the word Deadpool unlocking or opening up a space to look at possibilities. And it's sort of funny that Deadpool appropriately struts around in the film like a bit of a messiah. He feels like he's a bit of a savior. So I want to talk a bit crazy here and feel like do you feel like what you've done is maybe opened up a space for a reimagining of superhero movies going forward, even? Because this obviously is a bridge to other universes. With reimagination, not just with a capital R for R-rated, other possibilities as well.
Look, I don't want to sound too boastful and say we've unlocked the door to change superhero movies forever. No, you know, but I do think there is proof in this movie that there's no such thing as superhero fatigue. You know, I think audiences are just always looking for great stories that they can connect to, and the appetite is there. So to me, I think it's more exciting that this movie is going to show that people just love great movies. It's not about a great superhero movie. It's not about a great comic book movie. So I think that's what we've really kind of tapped into in this film.
Thank you very much. Let's have that goodbye, Wendy Jacobson.
Yes, no problem. Thank you.
Oh, a lot of love. That was the sweetest I think I've ever seen JP Sebastian.
He is
in
sweet.
One of his. He's
genuinely sweet,
guy.
but I would highly recommend. That's all I can say. No spoilers. It's coming up. I can tell you that there are going to be a proper, like a couple of unpacking moments from JP a little bit later on our couch, right?
Yeah, and more connections to more of the stars that make up this incredible film. As he pointed out there with that, within that interview, there are so many superstars ready to kind of ply their trade in a dramatic way in this one. How do they all get the space? We'll delve a little deeper.
We will do it. Emma Corrin's going to be on the, on the interview line as well, which is great. And of course, we've got a brand new device to reveal to you in the next couple of minutes. So stay right there. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Sure.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. Yes, the excitement levels are peaking, and we want you to stay with us for this weekend's major big screen release. Of course, JP is our plug-in, and he got one more interview with the actor behind the new, I'm going to say, super villainous counterweight to the very genre-heavy hitters of Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm talking about Emma Corrin, introduces Cassandra Nova, the evil twin sister to Professor Charles Xavier, bent on twisting the duo to her existence-threatening designs. We're messing with reality, yo.
Oh, yes, of course. And I mean, the Emmy-nominated young star of series The Crown tells JP about their fears under the wing of decades-established Jackman and Reynolds, and how they found their Cassandra Nova. And let's sink our claws into another Deadpool and Wolverine exclusive.
Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
Emma Corrin.
Hi.
Hey, congratulations, Deadpool and Wolverine. It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. It's a big guy.
Does it feel like that yet? Like, has it dawned on you?
I think it has. I think doing the first stop we did, the press stop in Berlin, I think Marvel fans are like no other kind of fan. I mean, they're really in it, and it's amazing. I've never had that kind of energy around me before, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I watched a couple of your interviews, and it's sweet to see that you say there's sort of like a newfound appreciation for like you said, the community, the world that those people share.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's been a really nice thing to discover. Yeah, I didn't really grow up watching Marvel films, so it's something I've come to quite recently, and kind of wish I had, because I feel like I've missed out on a whole lot of stuff that everyone else has been.
Okay, you got a lot of catching up to do. You have like
I've got a lot of catching up to do. It's quite an intimidating watch
or
list,
something.
but you know what? I've got the rest of my life.
Yes, and then maybe we'll catch you as a villain again and again and again. Who knows? So the average person would be forgiven for looking at your body of work, your impressive body of work, and thinking, well, you know, stalking Scottish hillsides and palace cabin fever. So now you're a superhero villain in an action movie. How do you find yourself in Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah, it's a great question. I'm not really sure how I ended up here, but Sean Levy had a lot to do with it. Sean came over, I was in a play, and he came over to the UK and sort of pitched the hell out of this film for me. And I remember him sitting down and he said, you know, like, are you familiar with the universe? How much do I need, like, what kind of pitch do I need to do? And I said, no, I know nothing. You need to really start from scratch. And he was like, okay. But I think what really got me is that they wanted this villain to be unlike anything that this universe had really seen before. They wanted her to be quite disarmingly nice and unexpected, and just a little bit odd, and I guess more human than other villains had possibly been before. And I really liked that element. I found that like a concept I could really get my head around and my teeth into, which was really cool.
Personally, for me, like I don't know if you've had brushes with it just yet. You've got a lot of catching up to do, but like I really appreciated Christian Bale in the last Thor movie, where there's, yeah, of course you can see this in a couple of villains in movies, but there's a torment at the heart of it, which almost makes the villain feel a bit more dangerous, not necessarily oh shame, you know, kind of thing. So did you have models that you were working with to come up with Cassandra Nova? Other maybe villains, real or imagined?
Yeah, that's a really great question. And I really like what you said about sort of that human side of them, that vulnerability. And I think that you do get to see that for Cassandra in this film. There's that world that she comes from and the relationship with her brother being Charles Xavier and everything that he's accomplished and the savior that he is in his world. And I think the fact that she doesn't feel like she could ever live up to that, so sort of become the villain. And I found that something I could really sort of play with, and a really interesting thing to explore. And in terms of references, Ryan came in with the reference of Christoph Waltz's character in Inglourious Basterds. He sort of sits down at that table and is really just like normal because he's wearing the uniform and he doesn't have to pretend to be evil. He doesn't have to put on this sort of evil front. And it's even more scary. It makes it more sinister. And then sort of working from that, I explored I found Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka quite an interesting one because I think he has that sort of same unpredictability about him.
It's a hard read of a human being.
It's a hard read. I think that's what they were going for, sort of hard read.
Which that unknown is its own scariness. To be cliche, but it makes perfect sense. And actually quite prescient if you consider, say, modern day politics. It's like, is it the nice guy who's the good guy?
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know anymore. Yeah, exactly.
Holding thumbs and whatever else. In terms of that sort of unknown, there was another thing that I felt was quite sweet that you said that I feel as someone who's a millennial. You mentioned like imposter syndrome. You're with these gigantic names. You're with Hugh Jackman, you're with Ryan Reynolds, and you're bringing back, so for me most important is the stalwart that Hugh Jackman is. Tell me he's a complete sweetie to work with, obviously.
I think he's widely regarded as the nicest man in Hollywood, if not the world, I think. And I'd heard that going into it, and I can just say, like, triple confirm. And Ryan as well, and also Sean Levy, the director. We sort of had this triple threat of the nicest guys imaginable. And you're right, I felt a lot of imposter syndrome. Not only are they incredible actors in their own right, but they also have been playing these parts. I mean, Hugh's been playing this part for 24 years. So, you know, they have a grip on their characters. Yes, they're still finding all these new elements to them, but they have their teeth into their characters to such an extent. And here I am, having never done a film like this, having not really watched many Marvel films, and also, starting with a character from scratch. So it could have been really scary, and they made it feel really comfortable and like there was no pressure. And yeah, I had a great time.
Well, from scratch, you put your teeth, your claws, and everything into it. It's a very impressive addition, and you can be very proud that you fit right in. So hey, maybe you'll be a villain again in future. Again, congratulations on Deadpool and Wolverine. Emma Corrin, fantastic stuff, and everyone should go and watch you. Ciao.
That was like the least Hollywood has ever looked. I don't know, we had like a little piece of the crowd there represented, but I love that. I love seeing JP in his real house when he gets someone to meet him on his level with the same depth of like consideration and care and love for the art form. Absolutely love it. Brother, you are knocking these out the park. We love you and we appreciate. I can't believe he's on our team.
Right, he's amazing. So, of course, Deadpool and Wolverine out today. And, of course, another thing that is going to be out for you very, very soon is something that you're going to want to unfold. Stand by.
Thank you, my beautiful Cape Town family. Today, I'm so excited, actually, because we yet again get to celebrate with our Samsung family. Look, Expresso family, when we talk about the fact that when we have a mobile experience, it is something that stays with us for a long time, I think we can now understand that the mobile experience is forever constantly evolving. It is something that is becoming innovative in every single way, and this is why now the possibilities are absolutely endless. We are joined today by Justin Hume, the Vice President of Mobile Experience at Samsung South Africa, as well as the MX lead of product and commercial, Zahir Kaji, all in the name of us celebrating the fact that we now have got the Galaxy Flip 6 as well as the Galaxy Fold 6. And my friend, there is so much more than you can think to these beautiful devices. But let me not say anything. We've got the people who are actually the brains behind this incredible thing that is coming into South Africa. Everybody, please, let's welcome our Samsung family. Gentlemen,
good morning.
How are you?
Good, and yourself? Thanks.
Amazing, thank you. Justin, I want to start with you because not too long ago, you guys said, okay, South Africa, here is Galaxy AI. Here it is, enjoy it. And you gave us all of these different products and you still are even now. So can I please ask you, what do we need to know when we ask you to tell us a little bit more about it?
So, it really was January of this year that we sat here. We had a chat around the brand new Galaxy S24 that came to market, and we spoke about Galaxy AI. Today we're talking about the foldable products. So for those who can see this here,
it's so beautiful.
A mobile phone opens up into like a tablet. It's phenomenal. But what I love about this is the AI functionality now has this massive piece of real estate here, the screen to operate on. So Galaxy AI, Zahir's going to take us through that in a minute, but really what it is, it's a bit of both on-device as well as cloud-based AI capabilities.
Yeah.
And that means I can do everything from interpretation, translation. I can create incredible images from scratch on my device because the AI is contextually aware, it's understanding, and it's enabling me across all my applications effectively.
I love that. I always feel like Galaxy AI is almost like a friend. It's helping you out. In terms of all the things that
great way to put it, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. It's everything that you do. I'm typing a little WhatsApp, it improves my writing there.
Exactly.
Drafting an email just improves that a little bit more. So it's your companion with you.
Now I'm a star at work because Galaxy AI has helped me out a little bit. But Zahir, speak to us a little bit more about Galaxy AI. What does it do exactly?
So AI in its simplest form, it's effectively Galaxy AI has brought meaningful intelligence in terms of what we do. The smartphone is the hub of our daily activity. So everything that we do, it's able to understand not just in the form of what we've had, predictive text, but to just what he's just mentioned, tonality, context, format, summarization, all of these things in simple clicks of a button, it can create that type of content. So whether we're doing from sketch, whether we want to even translate different web pages that we're browsing, we find something in German, we don't need to jump between apps. A simple click of the button and there's a translation overlay. So there's so many different, even barriers of communication are broken with Live Translate.
Yeah.
I'm able to communicate with anybody across the world just simply by talking, not jumping between apps and so forth. So it really makes our daily life that much easier and that much quicker and simply more fun.
Exactly. And I always say that being a South African is almost like an extreme sport. So anything that can make our lives just a little bit easier, a little bit better, I like it. And this is why I'm behind what you guys are doing. But Justin, we spoke of this array rather of products that you guys have given us since January. Where can we see all of these products?
So what's great about it is we're bringing this all to the market right now.
Yes.
Sandton City, from today going forward for the next 4 weeks, we have our Galaxy Studio. There's a great little Galaxy Cafe
Love
there for
it.
coffee at, and experience the products, dig into it. And it's not just the phone. It's, obviously the watches that integrate AI integration through it, into the buds, the earbuds that we have, and the like. So, as I said, Sandton City from this weekend, and then we'll be in Cape Town at Canal Walk from the beginning of next month, as well as then moving into KZN at Gateway in the middle of the month. So I would say get down there, go check this out. It is well worth your time. It is incredible experiences with Galaxy AI on the foldable platform.
I love how you guys are taking AI to the people. And it really is an experience.
It is an experience. You've got to see it and enjoy it.
And when we do enjoy it and we officially say, okay, I want to buy it, where can we buy it, Zahir?
So it's available right now in stores with both the Galaxy Z Flip 6 and Fold 6. We've got a super offer, good value. Effectively, you get up to 2,000 Rand accessories, so you can kit out your phone, customize it, protect your phone as well. And then also we've got the trade-in offer where you get up to 15,000 guaranteed value in terms of when you're trading your phone in. So for those people that are looking to upgrade, even if you wanted to upgrade early, you can come in, you can get cash back and use it towards an early upgrade. So it's really enabling everybody to get their hands as quick as possible on our Galaxy foldables.
Beautiful. Well, gents, congratulations on another one. I feel like you guys are DJ Khaled at this point. It's just another one and another one, and it's amazing and it's beautiful. But you genuinely are doing the absolute most when it comes to innovation. So congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, guys. Oh, my goodness. Listen, Expresso family, our Samsung fam has always got us, and this is why we say, my friend, when we talk about elevating your mobile experience, allowing you to actually have innovation in the palm of your hand, and more than anything else, enjoy Galaxy AI. You heard about where you can go and enjoy it 100% right there in front of you and where you can buy it, but it is available nationwide. And I think it's what you deserve. Made it through halfway through the year, you deserve exactly this right now to make your life just a little bit easier. It is Samsung always taking innovation and more than anything else, Galaxy AI to the people. You're on Expresso, and my friend, there's still so much more that is here to come, but we don't want you to go anywhere. Stick around. You're on Expresso.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Here's looking at you, kid. After a crazy week like this, on the foot of a busy weekend, it's important that we take a moment to reflect on those important news and sporting headlines. So let's do it right now.
Let's do it indeed. Okay, so let's start you nationally. Former Sports, Arts and Culture Minister Zizi Kodwa has resigned as a member of parliament. Kodwa is facing corruption charges amid allegations that he influenced the awarding of contracts during his time as ANC spokesperson between April 2015 and February 2016. He has already stepped aside as a member of the National Working Committee and National Executive Committee of the ANC. Kodwa has denied any wrongdoing and has vowed to prove his innocence in court. Now, a large clinical trial conducted in South Africa and Uganda shows that an injection administered twice a year can give young women 100% protection against HIV. The trial sought to establish whether the 6-month injection of lenacapavir would provide better protection than 2 other pre-exposure drugs, both pills taken daily. Medical research teams from UCT led the South African part of the trial, and Professor of Medicine Linda Gale Becker says this breakthrough gives great hope that there is a proven, highly effective prevention tool to protect people from HIV. Now, on to international news. UN Secretary, that is General Antonio Guterres, has urged nations to urgently address the extreme heat crisis exacerbated by climate change, following the record-setting hottest day globally. Guterres emphasized the need to confront rising temperatures, which are making heat waves more frequent, intense and prolonged. Since June 2023, each month has been the warmest on record. The UN advocates for reducing fossil fuel emissions and enhancing protections for the most vulnerable. A recent International Labour Organization report reveals that over 70% of the global workforce, 2.4 billion people, face high risks from extreme heat. Now, talking about heat, a heat wave in Morocco has killed at least 21 people in a 24-hour period in the central city of Beni Mellal. The Department of Meteorology said soaring temperatures reached 48 degrees Celsius in some areas. Morocco's record temperature, 50.4 degrees Celsius, was set in August just last year in Agadir, in the south of the country. Now, the rising temperatures and prolonged drought are a threat to the vital agriculture sector, and scientists have linked climate change to more prolonged, stronger and more frequent extreme weather, including these heat waves. Now, despite being raised in the Nuremberg Zoo in Germany, a young Carpathian lynx named Chapo was born to be wild. Of course, even as a cub, he demonstrated his wanderlust by repeatedly leaping over the enclosure fence at a breeding facility, always seeking freedom. Now, Chapo found it difficult to settle down and was clearly better suited for the wild. Respecting his wishes, German zookeepers abandoned their intention to raise him to eventually contribute his genes to a vital captive breeding program and decided to release him into the forests of Germany. He bounded out of his crate, sniffed the wind and disappeared into the wild, GPS collar firmly latched, ready to embrace his freedom and explore the beautiful wilderness. That's it for your news for now. Another update in 1 hour. Let's take a look at the sport. Here's G.
Well, after all my negativity yesterday, let's start with some positivity this morning. And it doesn't get much better than the Blitzboks delivering an exceptional performance. Undoubtedly a brilliant defensive display to eliminate New Zealand and advance to the Olympic Games semi-finals in the sevens. So the 8th-ranked Blitzboks, they held on to a tough 14-7 lead, avenging their pool stage loss, of course, to New Zealand in a thrilling quarterfinal in Paris yesterday. So the Blitzboks will next face the hosts, France, in the semi-finals. 3:30 p.m. on Saturday. Now we stay with rugby news. This one a little bit closer to home as the Bulls have announced the departure of Chris Smith, who will be joining French club Oyonnax Rugby at the end of his contract. So Smith, the 23-24 URC Golden Boot winner, has been with the Bulls since 2020. What an impact, making 96 appearances across the United Rugby Championship, the Champions Cup and the Currie Cup. All very happy hunting grounds for the team. And he scored 634 points during his time with the franchise, with 84% of that coming from the URC and Currie Cup matches. So yes, he will leave a void, but we certainly wish him well. Now let's turn to cricket, and again, not the best news. Proteas fast bowler Gerald Coetzee has now been ruled out of the upcoming 2-match test series against the West Indies due to a left side strain. So Coetzee sustained the injury while playing for the Texas Super Kings in the Major League Cricket tournament. Miguel Pretorius, a 29-year-old Northwest Dragons bowler who's recently certainly put his hand up. He's been named as his replacement. Pretorius, first called up to the test squad back in December of 2020, boasts now 188 first-class wickets, and he recently played for Somerset in the county championship, so he comes in on a rich vein of form. Now, a bit of a shake-up in motorsport as Esteban Ocon will join Haas on a multi-year contract, becoming the first Formula One Grand Prix winner, in fact, to race for that team. So Ocon, with 146 race starts, previously competed for Manor and then Force India. And Haas, we now know, are powered by Ferrari, has yet to secure a race win since entering the Formula One fold in 2016, so still relatively young. But this move now comes as Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hülkenberg depart, with Hülkenberg set to join Sauber, of course, of the future Audi team next season. We love all the spice when it comes to Formula One, but that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's take a look at the roads.
Hey, what's happening, Mzansi? Couldn't resist giving you the latest when it comes to all things traffic this morning, and good morning to you. Now, Umgeni KZN, there is protesting south of Howick at Mpompomeni. Now, you need to avoid the affected area and make use of an alternative route. From KZN, we move over to Cape Town and Kales River to be specific. Now, there has been an accident on the R300, and that's southbound after Hindle Road. Now, there is a lane closure causing delays towards the N2, so again, please do plan accordingly. We're going to stick to Cape Town now because it seems like Milnerton is also showing up. There is congestion on the N7, and that's north at Bosmansdam ramp. Now expect delays and allow for added travel time. And again, a reminder to anyone heading out the roads, stay safe, buckle up and plan accordingly. From the roads to the sky, let's find out now what's happening in the world of weather. Yeah, and diving straight into the world of weather right now, and the South African Weather Service has warned of a significant cold front expected to affect the Western, Northern and Eastern Cape from tomorrow into Sunday. Now, the public and small stock farmers should prepare for intermittent heavy downpours, snowfalls, very cold conditions, strong coastal and interior winds and very rough seas. Now, the Cape Town Metro Council has asked the public to take precautionary measures ahead of the Level 5 warning. Now, disaster management spokesperson Charlotte Powell highlights that recent rains have saturated the ground, increasing flood risks. Now, she advises clearing drains and gutters, removing tree branches and digging ditches around houses to divert water. Well, from our weather news, we dive into that favorite part of the morning, and that's our sunrise view of the hour. And check what we are celebrating. Booyah! Anissa comes through with an absolute banger all the way from Durban. It's like she's painted the sky with this one. It is so bright that you can even see the hues reflecting off the ocean. This is absolute magic. Anissa, thank you so much. We absolutely appreciate the time you spent waking up early and getting the sunrise view. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're going to do it one more time in the next hour. So again, a reminder to share your sunrise views with us on 063 408 8863. For now, though, let's see what temperatures you can expect on your side of town.
My feel-good breakfast show families, you know what's calling right now? It's the Galaxy Z series. Yeah. It's on the phone with you and it's saying, honey, you need me in your life. And this is why we still have our Samsung family around, all in the name of celebrating the Galaxy Flip 6 and the Galaxy Fold 6. Gentlemen, of course, you are here to show us, what these beautiful phones actually do, and devices rather. So Zahir, circle to search. If I'm thinking, what exactly does it do? What are we actually dealing with?
I want to actually just show you a couple of new features that we've got with Galaxy AI. The one is called Sketch to Draw.
Oh, nice.
And it's pretty simple. It's so fun as well. And if you can just watch the screen.
Yes.
Let's just put a little sun. Here's some water.
Okay. Oh, you are an artist.
No. This is the magic of the artist.
Oh, my goodness. Fine-tuning with artistic flair. Oh, I love it. No ways.
And that's just from the basic.
I was going to say.
I've literally created art from a few
it even
from
gives
a few
you
doodles.
options.
But I mean, these are the options. I can go through it. I can create different type of art as well. So if we want to go pop art as an example.
Yeah.
And you can do this even with photographs.
Wow.
You can create cartoon images that's in AI portrait and so forth. So it really enables so much more creativity.
Oh, my goodness. You see what you just spoke about the photographs? I'm not even joking. Yeah. I've been looking for ways to do that because I feel like it just adds a little bit of character to our images.
Yeah, for sure. So that's the sketch to image. And then we were talking about translation overlay.
Yes.
So I've got an article here. Obviously, we can see it's German. Okay. With a simple tap of the button, I'm going to say click translate. And this is what translation overlay does.
Oh, wow.
So now I'm reading it and looking at it in English.
Yes. This is so beautiful. And I think you once said before that the Galaxy AI just makes travel even just a lot much easier.
So even when you're in Instagram and you see posts or anything of that sort, literally translation overlay, and I read it in English as I wish to do so.
Beautiful. And Justin, apparently you have a little something for us.
Well, it's actually very similar to what Zahir was saying. So, this was my interpretation of a little bunny rabbit. Okay. We chose a 3D cartoon during the break. And what's great about it is when we generated this image, so AI it's aware. It's going, okay, as bad as it is, Justin's trying to draw a little bunny and, create a Roger Rabbit, one of those kind of things. And so we took it from this, and if I can ask the camera just to kind of cut onto that photo frame there, that's what it produced. We were able to print that out quickly, put in a little frame, obviously, and you can see how AI took what I was trying to do and built this into really like a nice little piece of art.
That's just not nice little, that's amazing.
I think so. I mean, from that little drawing to get to that is incredible. Now, if you've got a little bit more skill than me, what you can produce is out of this world. And, a lot of the magic, and one thing I just want to bring us back to is the ability of this little thing that is in my hand. We call it the Samsung S Pen.
Okay.
And it is more than a stylus. It's a drawing tool. It's a command tool and the like. And again, that just works with the magic of the Fold, the magic of AI, making this a really incredible product.
Yes, and I love that you said magic. It's like a wand then.
It is a little wand, effectively. And I can control, I can, if I'm on a PowerPoint presentation, I've got a little button here. I can flick through, click through, all those kind of things.
Beautiful. Gentlemen, before I let you go, Zahir, please just take us through yet again how it is we can take a hold of that amazing deal you have for us.
So pre-orders are being fulfilled right now in
Yes.
stores. You get to the stores, operate the stores and online as well. Z Flip 6, Z Fold 6, both available. Part of the offer, you get up to 2,000 Rand in an accessory voucher. And then, of course, we've got our trade-in offer available right now, and you get up to 15,000 bucks.
Come on, that's incredible. Gents, again, congratulations and thank you very much. This is why we love being part of the Samsung family. And I told you, Expresso, it is all about that call. It's waiting for you, the Galaxy Z series and a whole lot more. All of these beautiful foldables, they are in store and pre-orders are being taken in. Right about now, though, I need you to stick around as well because we're not done yet. No, there's still a whole lot more coming your way. And I'm talking about the fact that we've got Innocentia Manchidi in the house to celebrate the fact that we have a revamped Muvhango. Yes, one of the longest running series in our country, and we get to have such a good time with her just hearing about what exactly is coming our way, actually. Then, eye cream, the solution. The new age, if you will, anti-aging is where it's at, and we are hearing about this eye cream that is going to help us just elevate our look a little bit more. Stick around. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, what's happening, Mzansi? Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, opening up on S3 and opening you up to some great conversation, especially involving that big organ of yours. You're talking about our skin. Now, it's known for creating custom skincare solutions that work. We're talking about Dermalogica, which is a professional-graded skincare brand driven by education and human touch. Now, with their new Phyto Nature Lifting Eye Cream, they guarantee an immediate lift and reduction to visible signs of skin aging. Now, we have senior educator Lucinda Bosch is here to tell us more about this firming and lifting eye treatment. I think Mzansi listened to that and was like, okay, I'm in. Tell me more, because there was a mad guarantee there. Lucinda, how are you doing this morning first?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for having me here today. Excited to be here. Exciting to change skin this morning.
Listen, you both look like you are products of the product, because the eyes are looking incredible this morning. But talk to me about the actual effect of this. Obviously, we put so much strain on our eyes generally. A lot of us behind the computers these days, a lot of us are just straining in general. What do you think is the reason for this eye cream firstly being formulated and the reason for its success?
So when it comes to the eye area, it's often an area that is first affected by the aging processes. We start to notice things like fine lines and wrinkles. We start to notice the drooping of the eyelid area. And also, very importantly, we start to notice a loss of volume around the eye area. And that can often add to our perceivable age. So really what makes this product unique is that it's a transformative eye cream, not only to focus on visibly reducing fine lines and wrinkles, but it's also an eye cream that will create a visible lifting effect on the eye area while re-densifying that skin.
Say no more. We are all in on this one. And I think especially for a lot of us working early mornings, those lines start to appear a lot faster than we possibly hope.
Much needed.
So let's talk about this product. Is there a specific way in which we apply it? Is there a technique to this? How does it all work?
Absolutely. So we are a brand that also believes in, experiencing the full benefits of ingredient technology, but also incorporating movements at home to assist with, getting that experience when you're using your skincare, because skincare use is all about the experience.
I like that. So it's almost like you're creating the perfect serve, the perfect experience, amplifying what you're going through right now.
Absolutely.
I like that.
So I've got a pea-size amount, which I'm gently going to warm between my fingers.
Especially because it's really cold in Cape Town right now.
Absolutely, it's freezing. I'm going to apply to my client's eye area.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm a bit cold.
I can see, but don't worry. We're all good. Okay, so it's really just like dabbing it, like very gently.
Very gently dabbing it. I'm going to start with rotaries around the eye area. This will really help with microcirculation to really assist in draining any fluids away from the eyes.
So nice. You're almost like creating like an oscillating effect. Is that drawing blood flow to the area to promote that?
Absolutely, because remember, with increased blood circulation, we also have an increase of oxygen and nutrients to the area that will also help benefit the eye area even more. So what you will see I've done, I've applied it to the orbital bone, which is the brow area. I've applied it to the eyelid and also the movable part of the eyelid, because we really want that lifting effect.
Okay.
To finish off this, I'm also going to do a bit of pressure points around the eyes. So starting at the beginning of the brow, highest point of the brow, and at the end of the brow, and just finishing off by smoothing the residue around that delicate eye area.
Can I tell you, this looks so soothing right now. I don't know how you're feeling, but that looks so calming at the same time. And I think that's possibly part of this experience you're talking about, right?
Absolutely.
I love that.
No skincare routine is ever complete without taking care of the rest of your skin, of course. So to complement the benefits of our Phyto Nature Lifting Eye Cream, we also have a Phyto Nature Firming Serum. So of course, taking care of our eye area is very important, but I also want to just showcase the application of our firming serum.
And is this something that's not necessarily applicable to only the eye? Can you use this on the entire face, or is it also just for the eye?
So what we've applied now is specific for the actual eye area, but we of course want to also fight the effects of aging on the rest of our facial skin as well.
You don't want to have like 18-year-old eyes and like maybe a little slightly older, you know what I mean? You want to have consistency.
Exactly.
That's what you want. I like that.
And what is really great about this group of products is that it actually helps to, bring the benefits of nature to skincare, propelled by science. So not only is it going to create a lifting and firming effect on the facial skin, but it's also going to really assist with enhancing that natural glow that is associated, of course, with a more youthful looking skin.
Gosh, Lucinda, you're making this look incredible, and I think everybody's going to dive into getting an experience like this or creating it for themselves. Before we go, though, I just want to find out, because I am an absolute celebrator of anything that is derived from nature, and I believe there's a little bit of nature included in some of these ingredients, right? Can you talk to me about this?
Absolutely. So we are definitely a brand that focuses on harnessing the power of nature, but propelling it with science. So for instance, we've got a group of biomimetic peptides in the product. What that group of ingredients really do, it firms the skin by stimulating collagen production to really increase the skin's resilience and really retexturifying the skin. We've got a group of ingredients such as our electric daisy flower extract, as well as quinoa extract that work synergistically together to also lift and firm that delicate eye area. And of course, powerful skin protectors.
Very nice. Lucinda, you got to put it here. That was absolutely awesome. You're giving me every reason to smile right now. And I think Mzansi that's watching is like, okay, sign me up, add to cart, let's do this. Our model's looking 5 years younger already. And I feel like the glow is just exceptionally, exhilaratingly looking even better than it was before.
Yes.
So thank you for coming through. Thank you for educating us. And yeah, this is pretty exciting stuff. Mzansi, I don't know what you think about that, but listen, visibly you can address aging skin around the entire eye area with the new Phyto Nature Lifting Eye Cream, and that's from Dermalogica. So you can shop it at Woolworths, which is available in-store, and it's in selected stores, online, and of course on the app. What are you waiting for? Go get your youth. Nice stuff. Well done.
You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3, and my lovely, so much celebration happening here on this beautiful show that belongs to you. And this is why we want to tell you all about these things that are coming your way. One such is something that had a launch just yesterday, and now we get to have the exclusive, chatting to one of the superstars of the show, Muvhango. If you do not know, it is getting a whole revamp, my friend. It is coming at us brand new, and there is a whole lot that you need to know. But first, let's check this out. My love, from compelling storytelling to dynamic characters, Muvhango has given us the most over the years, and now it is coming at us in a whole different way. And this is why we are chatting to the character Rendani, who is known, of course, officially as the beautiful Ino Manchidi. Everybody, let's give her a feel-good welcome, please. My beautiful Innocenta, how are you?
Good morning, Zanele. I'm well. How are you?
I'm amazing, babe. Congratulations on the new Muvhango.
Thank you.
Yes.
We are so excited. Thank you so much.
I know I'm excited because I feel like we're going to be getting to see this whole new way in which you guys envision this thing that we've known for so long. But let's start with Innocentia.
Yeah.
Where did acting come from for you, my babe?
My goodness, acting came from a very young age. I didn't even understand it myself, but I knew this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I was just a child in primary school, very excited about being in school plays. Told my parents about wanting to go to an art school.
Yeah.
And yeah, my poor parents didn't even know what an art school is, but they went out looking for what this art school thing is until they bumped into the National School of the Arts in Bloemfontein. And they were like, hey, isn't this the school? They went in to inquire and came back, hey, we got you the art school. I went to audition, got accepted, and officially got my official theoretical and practical training at the National School of the Arts.
Wow.
Many years ago.
And what did it mean to have your parents' support? Because sometimes a lot of artists don't.
You know what? It meant everything for me. And right now that I'm older, I actually get to understand just how important it was for them to, you know, step out of their comfort zone, because I can imagine they had visions of their child becoming a doctor, a lawyer,
an engineer.
Do you understand?
Yes.
And they had to just be okay with me coming and saying, hey, I want to be an actor.
No.
And there is none such in our family history. And they just had to support that.
Yeah.
And for me, I didn't think, I thought they just had to as a child. But now, as I'm older, I'm like, you know what, this was actually a huge sacrifice from their end. They could have
100%.
easily said, no, listen, focus on what we want you to do, then you can do the stuff of yours later on. Because, I mean, a lot of people, a lot of parents see it as a hobby. They don't think they should invest money and, invest their time in you going into this kind of industry. So now looking back, I'm always just like, you know what, I respect those people so much. And I'm so grateful to my parents for supporting this dream that they did not even understand then. But
I love it. I mean, look where the dream led us to now. The superstar that is Innocentia Manchidi. And babe, you are one of the oldest characters on Muvhango. And I think that is such a beautiful title to hold. And this is why I want to ask you, when it comes to your character, Rendani, how has your character grown over the years?
I joined the show when I was 18. They were looking for an 18-year-old, and I happened to be 18 at the time. So you can imagine that I literally grew with this character. Whatever milestone she had, every single year when she turns a certain age, I was turning that age as well.
Wow.
So whenever Rendani was going to varsity, Innocentia was going to varsity. When I completed varsity myself, same with Rendani when she started working, it was, we were just always in sync. And it was just such a almost out-of-body experience because you're experiencing it for real, but now you're not on this side for real. You need to find a way to differentiate as well. I'm trying not to bring Innocentia into Rendani, even though we're going through the same things half the time. So it's been such an honor, so humbling. I was very young when I joined the show. It's been about, I don't even want to count, since like 2011. I was still in high school then, so it's crazy, man. It's crazy, but it's such a, like you're saying, a humbling title to hold, being there for such a long time.
And with you being there for a long time, you're now even here for when Muvhango lives on, is what is about to happen.
My goodness.
Tell us about this brand new revamped Muvhango. What can we expect?
You know what? Muvhango has always been a family show. So a lot of things are going to change, but a lot of things are going to stay the same in the same breath. So you're still going to see your favorite stories. We're continuing to tell our African stories that are relatable to our people. We still want you to watch yourself when you're watching Muvhango and say, hey, I can relate to this. Hey, I've been through this. I've seen this in my family. So Muvhango is going to be a lot more open to a wider audience now. So we're not necessarily always going to be catering for a certain language group anymore. You're gonna be hearing a lot more of Yonguni languages. We're still keeping our Venda languages. You're gonna be hearing, it's gonna be a lot more versatile in terms of languages as well. I'm looking forward to that. The look of the show is going to be a little more youthful, but we're still gonna be catering to our older market as well, because we don't want to lose that audience. And we know that they've loved and supported us for 27 years. So we don't want them to feel like, hey, this doesn't feel like the show that I've been watching and enjoying for the past 27 years. So a lot of things are going to look the same. Although we are still going to be appealing to a younger market. I want a 2000 to also watch Muvhango and feel like, hey, I can relate to that.
I
You
love
understand?
it.
So it's going to be a fusion of the old, the new, but also older people, the younger people, but also still making sure that everybody's catered for. The stories are still going to be very compelling. We're going to make sure that everybody is going to be glued to their screens. Storylines, characters, everything.
Konke. And I act, by the way. Just let them know
You
they're
do?
at your house, yes. Please tell us, where can we catch it, my lovely, very quickly?
You can catch Muvhango on SABC2. SABC2 as well has a whole new revamp. You're gonna see us. We are now all for everybody, right? But that's fine. We are on SABC2 every weekday between 9 o'clock and 9:30 p.m.
Beautiful.
Please do make sure that you're tuned in. Now, if Zanele, I'll be waiting for Ama reviews from you.
I got you, Puka. Look, I have to watch so that I can come and act there. So I'm doing my due diligence. You know what I mean? And then I'll go audition. Thank you very much. No, but genuinely, Expresso family, catch it weekdays 9 to 9:30. You heard from Rendani, aka Innocentia, and my friend. It is the all-new Muvhango Lives On that is going to be making your screens pop every weekday as long as you tune in. You're still right here on S3. And my friend, I know that there's a whole lot popping in Cape Town. Hi, my beautiful lovelies.
That was hectic. I've got anxiety after watching that, okay? I love that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. But I think we need to chill things out a little bit, please.
Coffee.
Please.
Okay. Move you up with some milk.
We'll take it.
No problem.
So we're going to
Do
try
that.
our hand at something that looks absolutely amazing in the kitchen. I love gnocchi.
Yep.
This is called a pastiera napolitana. So we know it's going to have the beautiful Italian tomato deliciousness. It just looks amazing. And then, of course, in honor of our coffee, we've got to do something special.
Of course, we've got a little bit of a coffee jumble challenge. What this is going to
Okay.
do is bend your mind. If you can take a random set of letters and kind of put them back into place, I think that's going to be quite simple
Kind
for
of
you.
like our
you've
job
got it
every
there.
day.
It's going to be beautiful, really. So we're going to sip this, get yours. We'll be right back.
Oh, thank you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Time for some fun on your Feel Good Breakfast Show and embark on a journey of this incredible game. And of course, how about every sip of coffee as we put our presenters to the ultimate challenge of a coffee scramble. Now, the rules are simple. These two gentlemen go head to head. You'll get 4 scrambled words. And
Okay.
you must unscramble it to get the correct answer. You'll get a little hint from me because I'm nice that way. But you have to get the answer correct. The person at the end of the most correct answers wins the game. Simple.
Nothing about your tone is saying that you're nice, man.
I'm going to be very nice. Don't worry.
Because this whole morning we've been convinced. Welcome, by the way.
Yes.
Good to have you. Yeah, man. Thank you for flying in, because I'm going to be flying out in just a moment. So he's very ably stepped in. And I love you for that, because I want a little bit of a challenge. But we've been convinced that he might be Messi's bodyguard, because we've never actually seen him in the same place at the same time.
Ooh,
that's why I'm a little bit nervous when he talks with that tone.
That's starting to make sense, all right.
Do you know that 4 people have already tried to pitch dive this studio, and we haven't even
And it
smelled
hasn't
them,
been
We haven't even
successful.
heard them.
Well, I feel so safe around him.
You should be
Makes
safe,
sense.
but don't feel safe with the game. Now, here it goes, right? Let me give you your first jumble, and while you see it, all right?
Okay.
I'm going to give you a hint. So just to take a look at it right here, and then a skilled artisan in the art of brewing and serving espresso-based beverages. Who do you think that is?
When can
what
we
do you
stop?
think that is? Go. Right. 5 seconds. Right. Go. 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 3, 2, 1. Reveal.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know how to spell exactly, but...
Both of you are spot on. Well done.
They kind of did give us the letters.
Even with the letters, it's a challenge.
I was worried about that.
I feel you.
Because you guys saw air bats and it
I know, I was like, I'm sure that's a kind of shoe.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Here's your next challenge. Take a look
Okay.
at your screen and let's go for it. Here's your hint. Made from dried coffee extract, which is then granulated or powdered for quick and easy preparation. What is this?
I'm sure there's more S's in
Quickly.
that word.
4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Did you
That
say?
was some
Instant coffee,
squeaking tacky there.
Instant man. Right, both of you are spot on. Instant coffee, well done. This is going to be a good one. It's going to be close.
So Instagram, is Instagram the right way?
It looked like it, but okay, let's get to the next one.
Are you a doctor, mate? Whiz, man.
While you erase, I'm going to pop this next challenge for you. Watch a beverage made from coffee beans that have undergone a process to remove most of the caffeine.
Okay,
What do you guys think? Okay, what are we thinking? 5, 4, hey!
That's my jam.
Let's reveal.
Whoa!
DK.
I'm actually very proud of myself. That one almost got me. Nice.
So far,
Keep
we
the
are
flavour, not the caffeine. Okay.
Shall we go to the next challenge for you? Take a look at
all
the
right.
screen. Of course, here's the next clue as well. A small single serving
Wow.
container that holds pre-measured amounts of ground coffee.
A small? What?
Oh, this is going to be a tough one.
Oh,
What do
God,
you
use
guys
the
think?
letters again. Oh, I don't know what it is.
Come on.
Dot.
In doctor?
All right, let's reveal, shall we? What is that, coffee capsule? And you got coffee,
Nice.
Well done, you got it.
You might have a photographic memory. Well, in relation to my brain, you've got a photographic memory.
The winner of this game, and let's raise a little cup of coffee
well
to this one. I'm going to raise it to you. Well done, Terrell.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Eye
Cheers.
contact,
Cheers.
Eye contact. There we go. Very, very important.
Do bodyguards make eye contact?
That was incredible. Now, in a world of stress and worry, always take a moment to savor the fun moments in life and your morning cup, courtesy of your favorite household coffee brand, Jacobs. It's the perfect time to do just that. So pour yours and enjoy.
I won.
Well done.
Find your wonderful. Jacobs, wunderbar.
Oh, honey, we're feeling so good today on Expresso because we're with you. And today we actually are getting into so many different things, which I love. But now we're in the kitchen, and it is with a TV presenter and chef. Her name is Jacqueline Fenter. And my friend, this morning, she's going to be taking us through a dish where we are recreating a dish that is from Italy that I'm so excited about. It is pastiera napoletana. I feel like I'm in Italia right now.
Yeah.
Jacqueline, how are you, my
Good
love?
morning. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. I'm very excited. Thank you, and you are beautiful.
You are beautiful.
Thank you. You are
Your
kind.
food is also beautiful.
Oh,
I'm
thank
very
you.
excited for this. Okay.
Yes.
Talk to us about this beautiful dish because I definitely think that it is different to a lot of the other dishes. What makes it so unique?
Okay, so Zanele, pastiera napoletana is nothing that we know. So it consists of a short crust pastry that you can pre-make. There's a few tips and tricks around it. And then it has a filling that's totally unique. It's bulgur wheat. It's something that we don't know. If I can show you, this is uncooked and this is the cooked version. So bulgur wheat is very much like rice. It doesn't taste like a lot, but to make it a pastiera napoletana, you add ricotta, you add citrus, and you bang it with flavor. Put it into a short crust pastry tin. Put a lettuce on top, bake it, and then serve it with cappuccino or espresso. And ma'am, you got something that you've never known before, but that's something that's just phenomenal. So can I get going?
Please.
Oh, good. Okay.
I'm very, very interested to see how, this turns out, especially with taste and everything. Because bulgur wheat, I think people use, particularly when, it's like a healthy dish or something like that.
So, yes, for the health gods out there, we've done something healthy, and now we're going to add the rest. So to make the pastiera napoletana, like I told you, you start off by making the crust and then the filling. You cook bulgur wheat, and for this bulgur wheat to be cooked, you cook it with milk. I have the recipe on the Expresso show. Mzansi can just go and watch it there and get some feel-good vibes while they do it. And then you add ricotta. So for this filling, ricotta is then the start, like I said, that's very much Italian. And then eggs to bind it. So eggs is 3 eggs, 450 grams of ricotta. And we've got some lacquer sugar coming up, and then the flavors. So this is candied citron, and this is where it becomes all citrusy. And this pie is from Naples in Italy. Cinnamon, some lacquer vanilla, and then last some orange essence. So now we have a pot full of deliciousness, and as you can see, I'm stirring this now.
Can I try and stir for you?
Please,
I
if
feel
you
like
are
you've been doing so much hard work.
There's one tip to it. You go from the outside.
From the outside
to the inside.
So it's like this.
Yes,
Am I right with this?
Yes, you're doing excellent, Zanele.
So I always tell people I only cook once a year.
And this is today. Thank you. Loving it.
So today I'm trying. How am I doing,
Fantastic.
Jacqueline? Are you
I'm
sure?
very proud of you.
Are you not just saying
Can
that?
you almost taste the end result?
I can. I was not just saying this is such a delicious delicious, strong smell. It smells like heaven.
Absolutely.
It smells like my granny's house.
The citrus, the cinnamon, the orange. It's just marrying and it's becoming beautiful flavors. For this tart, normally they make it over Easter.
Yes.
So then they say they do it on Easter Friday.
Okay.
And once you've made the filling, you paste it in, and then you can put it in your oven.
Okay.
Sorry, not your oven, your fridge.
Oh, it's a fridge-made one.
Fridge,
I was going to put it in the oven for real because I see dough.
But before you do that, the filling goes into the fridge overnight.
Okay.
Obviously, you and I don't have time for that this morning here. But you'll put it in, and then you leave it for a day or two for these flavors to develop. If you know anything like you of cooking, you know that flavors needs to marry, and this is a beautiful marriage that's being made here.
It smells amazing.
Amazing, isn't it? So now, like I said to you, what we then finally do is we'll make a topping or a lattice. It comes from Naples. It resembles the streets of Naples, and that's why you simply make this beautiful lattice. Now, normally it sticks, this short crust pastry, so we are going to wing it this morning.
I love winging
with
it.
everyone.
It's my favorite.
Your favorite
yes,
activity.
I love winging it.
So what you'll do, you'll basically just put the lattice up as fast as you can. Obviously, we are pressed for time here
We
this
are,
morning.
and this is why I was going to say, can we get to the
We'll
tasting?
continue with this, and let's move over here, and then I'll show you. So after putting that into the oven, 180 degrees, you bake 65 to 70 minutes. It is a process, I promise.
Yes.
Once it comes out, you put some beautiful icing sugar over it.
Ooh, it's
Daniela,
stunning.
isn't this beautiful? I wish you and I were in Naples, citrus clothing, going to the streets for some shopping, but I offer you a piece of pastiera napoletana.
This is so exciting.
And a nice cup of coffee. I thank you. It looks beautiful.
Thank you, my gorgeous. And do you know how much I love Italy? It's literally, Rome is my favorite place in the world.
Okay,
so this,
okay.
I feel like I'm back in Italy now.
Yes, I love it.
This
Oh,
is
thank you.
incredible. Okay, so would you say this is one of your favorite dishes?
Well, it obviously opened my mind in terms of Italian desserts because it's not typical. It's not tiramisu, it's not biscotti. Do you feel the taste? You taste it. The texture is different. It's something that you've never done before, eaten before.
This is such a delicious dessert.
Thank you. You are
Oh my
very
goodness.
kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And can I ask you, in terms of the pastry dough, how do you get it to be, 100% correct like
Okay,
this?
so that is quite a process. YouTube is a wonderful friend because we don't have time this morning to show everyone. But basically working with cold butter, good, cold butter, blending it in a pulser.
Yes.
And then once the dough comes together, you basically just cling wrap it, push it kind of nicely together like I showed you here, and then you leave it
Yes.
overnight in the fridge. Take it out a
Beautiful.
half an hour before you use it, and ta-da, you have beautiful buff pastry, shortcut pastry.
I
Just
love
like that.
it. I love Jacqueline.
Oh, thank
She
you.
makes amazing food and she tells us how to make it. Okay, this is amazing. And of course, Expresso family, you know that you can get all of the details you need on expressoshow.com. But my friend, I need to eat more of this. So, Raul, I'm going to let you take over while I chat to Jacqueline some more. Raul, what's going on?
Don't worry, I got you, Zanele. You can fill your mouth and that belly because I know it looked so good. But don't worry, Mzansi, we're going to carry on from Joburg's kitchen to Cape Town's. We're going to be bringing you a nice, delicious recipe to dive into the weekend with and maybe entertain your host. We're talking about something eggplanty. It's delicious, and we're having some mushrooms with it too. The ingredients that I know you all absolutely love. It's an eggplant lasagna. On top of this, we're giving you also every reason to celebrate when SA wins big at the Olympics. If you're trying to figure out what I'm talking about, then you need to stick around, Mzansi. We got a lot for you to look forward to right after this.
Powered by Plascon. Today's handy heroes come from Build It Media in Athlone.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
So here's an interesting question as we welcome back to your feel-good kitchen this morning. Are you looking for an easy plant-based dinner alternative? Well, we've got the perfect recipe for you to try it tonight. Our 3 ingredients eggplant lasagna. Not only very quick and fuss-free, but also apparently delicious and packed with nutrients and flavor. And I love eggplants. I love the umami-ness of eggplants. I love how the flavor profile changes the more you develop when you grill it.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
There's so much that you can do with it, and there's so many alternatives that it can be when it comes to these standard recipes that we know, and especially something like a lasagna, man. Come on. This one's getting me really excited. So we're going to start off with our... let's call it our hero ingredient.
Our
It really
hero
is. It's
today,
bringing the
yeah.
flavor, it's bringing what you said, that umami-ness to it. And I think everything in you is going to absorb this. So all we're going to do, G-Man, open this up. Maybe I can get you to assist me on this one.
I'm
Open
there
it
for
up.
you, my
We're going
friend.
to start layering this up, right?
All right.
So you'll start with that beautiful layer on the bottom there. Not
Okay.
too thick, because we're going to kind of do this a couple times.
Sure. But I suppose it's following the lasagna principle, right?
Yeah, pretty much
Sure.
the same, but obviously we're going to create that little spin on things. We've got all the good stuff here, so all the real hard work is essentially been done by our Denny Java there with incredible pasta sauce, which I think is making everything that much easier. So let me show you.
It smells amazing, dude, and we haven't even cooked it yet. I'm like, I'm getting hungry.
So what we've got here, instead of like the traditional pasta sort of sheets that we would use, we're going to be using our eggplant here. Why it's on the tray at the moment is because if you've ever worked with it, very moist, holds a lot of water, right?
For sure, that's why I like grilling it on a really high heat or something for that exact reason.
So
okay.
that's exactly what we're going to do, but we've kind of gone a step further, and what we've done is we add a little bit of salt to this, kind of just to draw out some of that moisture.
All right.
And I've also left it on some of this paper towel here, so anything that can absorb some of the moisture, pull it out, is going to be a great thing, because that's going to leave you with a crispier, more layered sort of eggplant.
It's going to be a bit more pasta-esque.
Exactly that.
Yeah,
so
for
listen,
sure.
I've got the pan on hot already, so let's just get these straight in here. Obviously, make sure that you don't have any remnants of
the paper towel, for
when
sure,
you
yeah.
put it in here.
Hey, listen, we've all eaten our fair share of paper towel over the years. I have no doubt. I love that. So while you work on one of the stars of the show here, our beautiful brinjals, of course, our Denny cooking sauce, it's plug and play. And I say that a lot when it comes to these sorts of meals, but that's the value here. It's so easy. They've done the flavor development already. And this cooking sauce range, including this beautiful creamy mushroom sauce, it's a flavor that heats up in just 10 minutes, making it so quick, so fuss-free, and a great mealtime, I think, hack, if you will, a little fast-forward button. Big things for me, no added MSG, no added preservatives. And that is massive when you're eating a lot of these kinds of foods and you've got kids. So, as Raul said, we want to cover the eggplant slices in some coarse salt on the paper towel. I think that's absolutely brilliant. And about 20 minutes to really get that moisture out. You want as much released as possible. So you get that almost slightly kind of dehydrated look there. And I get what you mean, because you want these to crisp up and that flavor to really develop. And it does. On the griddle pan, I think it's perfect for this.
I'm showing you now how easily this comes together, because look at these little grill lines that we've got here, just adding that authenticity to it. You don't want to go too crispy on this one, right? Because you don't want it to completely dry out. So you can kind of gauge it on time. I'm going to show the camera here something that I think is absolutely perfect. Look at this.
Yeah, it starts to get a little
lines.
bit translucent.
And then it's really about the fun part, and that's adding these layers of goodness. So I'm going to kind of just fast forward this process, because I think we're not going to wait too long on getting these brinjals done. But again, you can kind of eye this, Mzansi, and make sure that you get it to your consistency. Because again, I think we all have that preference. And regardless, this is also a great way to sneak veg in for the kids. They're never going to even realize this.
But it's a beautiful flavor profile that they're often scared of because it is a veg. And I didn't realize that kids are actually wired to be scared of those strong veggie tastes, because a lot of toxins were found in that kind of flavor profile. So when you're young, your brain literally has an emergency button there to press when you potentially are eating something that could be poisonous. So you couldn't just eat random vegetables, because half would have been poisonous or really unhealthy. So you're fighting nature, literally, when you're trying to get your kid to eat vegetables. So if you can change the flavor profile a little bit and dress it up as something else, it's not just a fun notion that we always say on the show to get you to cook for your kids more. It literally is that hack. I love it. And here, obviously, the flavor development, I think once you've got that translucent look, the flavor changes dramatically in the brinjal. It gets like a nutty, beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, man. So
100%.
I'm there for that.
Jimin, I'm just getting a Mzansi reminder on the fact that I am adding these layers now. These are the sheaths, if you weren't aware of what was going on, that are going to literally apply straight over this. We pop some cheese on that, and then we repeat that process.
We do it again.
Now, my real tip here is to get probably the tallest bowl that you can, because that's going to allow you to get as many layers in as you can.
And make it see-through if you can. Make it a glass. Okay, I'm going to leave you all the pieces that you need to keep on layering up there.
Yeah.
I love this. You can do it small, you can do it gigantic. Just do it. 3 ingredients for all of this. And remember, you guys also have the added bonus of winning an 8-piece cast iron cookware set to the value of 4,000 Rand, plus weekly Denny hampers valued at 1,000 Rand each. That's a lot of meals collectively wrapped up in one. And right now, it's time to congratulate our next lucky 1,000 Rand hamper winner. A massive congratulations to Sadia Hader, who entered with these. Look at this mouth-watering Alfredo bread pockets.
Yum,
that is so clever. I love it when we take two things that don't seemingly go together and create something new.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Beautiful. I love the
Absolutely.
Alfredo flavor, and the notion looks beautiful. You stand a chance now to be the next winner as well. So what you've got to do is simply create a 3-ingredient meal using any Denny product. Then submit that recipe, the photo and or video, onto the Facebook or Instagram pages, please. That's the platform. And entries can also be submitted via DM just by commenting on the Denny post or by tagging at Denny Mushrooms. And don't forget that all-important qualifying hashtag Denny Deliciousness on all of your posts. Otherwise, we just won't see them. And the entries close on the 11th of next month. But you can find T's and C's at denny.co.za.
Straight in the oven, 195 degrees, around 12-15 minutes, and you're done with the best lasagna you could have thought for this weekend.
I'm all crisp on the top, so maybe a little bit longer.
Nice job.
Yo!
Wait, that'll be absolutely beautiful, but you know what? I have something for you. Now, today could be your day to win, and we're talking about some big jackpots with Powerball and Powerball Plus. We got estimated jackpots of 27 million, and we're talking about this. Here's the breakdown. Powerball, you got an estimated 15 million Rand in jackpots today, and of course 12 million Rand when it comes to Powerball Plus, and this could be yours. Now, how do you do it? All I want you to do is have a positive attitude. You can walk in store to buy your tickets. Alternatively, nationallottery.co.za, that's the website. Also on your phone, the mobile app. Please don't forget, there's also an opportunity for you to go onto any sort of internet banking platform. And remember, there's also USSD. So you just have to dial *120 *7529#, and then you're in it to win it for these incredible estimated jackpots of 27 million Rand. And that is with Powerball. So make sure you get out there and panda, push up, play.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. Absa.
Oh yes, honey, the Olympics officially kick off tonight, and my friend Absa has decided that they are in a celebratory mood. And not just that, they are putting their money where their mouth is, which for me is always exactly what big, huge, amazing favorite banks like Absa need to do. And this is why I am always behind them, because my friend, all in the name of celebrating the Olympics, Absa has decided that every single time, are you listening to this, either a record is broken or a medal is won by a South African, they are going to be giving extra cashback rewards for you, for me, for all of us. So everybody, please welcome Alicia Radar, executive at Absa Rewards, in the building. Alicia, how are you?
I'm doing good, Zanele. Thanks so much for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being here, and especially for being here around such an incredible campaign.
Oh, amazing.
Right? I think it speaks to how proud we are as South Africans, first and foremost, but I also love how it's getting behind Team South Africa going for gold.
100%.
Yes. So speak to me about that. What is the Absa Go for Gold campaign?
So the Absa Go for Gold campaign is really around, you know, creating a tangible narrative between success of our athletes and rewarding our customers in the process.
Yes.
So, but before then, I really just want to emphasize our energy and excitement around the Olympics.
Yes.
So earlier this year, we ran a campaign which really are now seeing 4 of our lucky customers on their way on an all-expenses paid trip to Paris to watch South Africa compete in the Olympics. I am so serious. That's how passionate we are.
Oh my goodness.
To make it even better, the Go for Gold campaign really just looks at whenever a South African athlete competes on the day for a medal and they win a medal, we will pay our Absa Rewards members up to 5 times their cash back.
No way.
I am so serious.
Oh my goodness, Alicia, 5 times is a lot.
I know, right? I mean, we are serious about the Olympics.
Yes.
Even better, 2 of our customers stand a chance of winning a one-on-one time with Akani Simbani.
That's incredible. We all love Akani.
I know, he's awesome.
He's our super guy.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
So if you're talking about seriousness of the Olympics, we in there.
This is why I said Absa is our family, and this is why we get behind you guys, because you get behind us and you're getting behind our amazing
Absolutely.
Olympians. Yes. But now speak to me about this, because we all know that your brand ethos is your story matters. How does the Go for Gold campaign tie in with that?
Oh, the Go for Gold campaign ties in perfectly with the My Story Matters ethos, because it really amplifies stories. So stories of success, stories of excellence, which is really underscored by, you know, our athletes' journeys towards the point that they got to, as well as our individual consumers and their own stories of success.
Sure.
Both of which really just sort of come together in this joint narrative around joint success and pride.
I love that. And of course, pride is a huge part of being South African, because all we do is win. Thank you very much. But one of the ways that you guys stay winning is by making sure that you are human-centered. How does that also speak to that?
Sure. So the Go for Gold campaign really embodies human centricity, because on the one hand, we are celebrating our athletes and the success thereof, and on the other hand, we are rewarding our customers in the process because of that.
Yes.
I mean, just the cashback, the bonus and booster cashback that we are giving back to customers really creates this tangible connection between the success of our athletes and the benefit of our customers.
Beautiful. And Alicia, I have to ask you, because we know that, you know, there's a lot of engagement that needs to happen when we are talking about our Olympians being that side and us being here. So how do you feel that the Breaking Records campaign is going to actually marry the two in making sure that we really are being engaged with our people?
Yeah, I think by virtue of the fact that this campaign really is creating that tangible narrative and that tangible connection between our athletes and our customers, really gives rise to engagement.
Yes.
Engagement in the sense of our customers now wanting to go out and swipe their cards to get the booster cashback, as well as, you know, them paying so much attention to the game, you know. So engagement definitely there. But I think more than that, it's about, really bringing your story matters to life, by really creating or solidifying, the link between individual success and individual accomplishment to the greater success and achievement.
Beautiful. And I also think that, you know what, when we talk about how we're all crossing fingers, we're all praying that our athletes do amazing, now I'm going to extra cross them because I want more rewards. You know what I mean? Yes. Alicia, thank you so much. This is so exciting.
Thank you.
Well done to you and your team. I always say this whenever you guys come and sit here, because at the end of the day, you really are putting South Africans at the center of it. So thank you for that.
Oh, thank you, Zanele.
Amazing. Friends, Absa is saying the more our athletes win, the more you get rewarded, which is so incredible. And this is why we are not just 100% getting behind them, but also hoping they do the absolute most, because we are all in this together. Absa has said so, and this is why we get to mobilize together, my fellow South Africans. Absa doing the absolute most, because as they always tell you, your story matters.
There are stories of dreamers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. Absa.
And your news stories matter too. Let's wrap that up for you in your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Starting nationally, President Cyril Ramaphosa has confirmed the appointment of Mandisa Maya as South Africa's new Chief Justice, making her the first woman to lead the judiciary. Maya, formerly the Deputy Chief Justice, will succeed Raymond Zondo, whose term ends in August. Maya has a pioneering background, being one of the first woman judges in the Eastern Cape High Court and the first black woman in the Supreme Court of Appeal. Her appointment takes effect on September 1st, following consultations with the Judicial Service Commission and National Assembly party leaders. Now, former Sports, Arts and Culture Minister Zizi Kodwa has resigned as a Member of Parliament. Kodwa is facing corruption charges amid allegations that he influenced the awarding of contracts during his time as ANC spokesperson between April 2015 and February 2016. He has already stepped aside as a member of the National Working Committee and National Executive Committee of the ANC. Kodwa has denied any wrongdoing and has vowed to prove his innocence in court. Now on to international news. Police are investigating the abduction and murder of Zambia's newly appointed broadcasting regulator chief. Guntile Molea's body was discovered on the outskirts of the capital Lusaka on Wednesday with gunshot wounds. His death has shocked people, especially as the motive is unknown and as gun violence is not common in Zambia. Police believe the Director General of the Independent Broadcasting Authority, the IBA, was kidnapped after leaving work on Tuesday. The IBA is responsible for licensing, standards and enforcing compliance. Now, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has urged nations to urgently address the extreme heat crisis exacerbated by climate change following the record-setting hottest day globally. Guterres emphasized the need to confront rising temperatures, which are making heat waves more frequent, intense and prolonged. Since June 2023, each month has been the warmest on record. The UN advocates for reducing fossil fuel emissions and enhancing protections for the most vulnerable. A recent International Labour Organization report reveals that over 70% of the global workforce, 2.4 billion people, face high risks from extreme heat. And the biggest night of 2024 has finally arrived, the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympics. Now, this eye-catching and very unique event will take place along a 6-kilometer route on the Seine, ending among the gardens, fountains and palaces in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower on Trocadero. Now, of course, nearly 100 boats carrying more than 10,000 athletes and a host of dignitaries will sail past Paris's iconic landmarks, including Notre Dame, the Cathedral and Pont Neuf. And the ceremony will also include the official opening of the Games by French President Emmanuel Macron and the much-anticipated lighting of the Olympic cauldron. The event begins at 7:30 p.m. tonight, South African time, and is expected to last just under 4 hours. Exciting times ahead, and of course, we can't wait for that start of the Olympics. That is it for your news on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's get you to work. Here's Ra with your traffic details.
Thank you so much, Carlitos. And yes, one last time, let's see how we can assist you when it comes to heading on the roads. Now, we're going to start off in KZN in Chesterville. Now, there has been an accident on the N2 northbound. Now, this at EB Klutter interchange. Now, you do need to allow for more added travel time. And again, please drive carefully. It looks like that's all the craziness happening out on the roads. But a reminder to buckle up, stay safe and plan accordingly. From the roads to the sky, one last time, let's find out what's happening in the world of weather. Now, reporting from the World of Weather, and the South African Weather Service has warned of a significant cold front expected to affect the Western, Northern and Eastern Cape from tomorrow into Sunday. Now, the public and small stock farmers should prepare for intermittent heavy downpours, snowfalls, very cold conditions, strong coastal and interior winds and very rough seas. Now, the Cape Town Metro Council has asked the public to take precautionary measures ahead of the level 5 warning. And disaster management spokesperson Charlotte Powell highlights that recent rains have saturated the ground, increasing flood risks. Now, she advises clearing drains and gutters, removing tree branches and digging ditches around houses to divert water. Well, interesting stuff indeed, but maybe this is something that can brighten your mood, especially ahead of this weekend's cold front. Here's your final sunrise view of the hour. Boo, yeah, wow. This is absolutely powerful. This is impacting all of us in a positive way. I've never seen a ping like that from the sun. Wow, wow, wow. Just radiating throughout this shot. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And this was sent in by Horatius, all the way from GQ Oberga. And I'm absolutely grateful for this one. What a way to start the weekend. With that promise, with that magic, let us talk to you about next week, because we're going to do it all again. The number's 063-408-8863. Is there any way that you can beat a picture like that? I don't know. We're going to find out Monday morning. So come through, Mzansi. You've got the weekend to capture some magic and share it with the rest of the world. For now, though, we're going to share with you what temperatures you can expect on your side of town. Oh yes, Mzansi, there's so much to look forward to in your Feel Good Breakfast show. And let me tell you, there is so much happening right now. We've got a plug for you, but before I do it, I can't stand you alone. I'm going to ask my amigo to join in right now and share some of the good stuff with us. So Mzansi, a lot to look forward to. Like I said...
No, I have to walk in because I have to monitor you.
You do?
Yes, every now and
Why?
then we do think... No, it's important. I have to do that. In fact, there's actually a better monitor than I am because it's the Odyssey G5 gaming monitor. It is bigger, better looking, and that's why you're going to love it, okay?
Smart man, I see what you did there. Well played, but listen, we're going to still play in the kitchen. We've got a lovely, delicious gnocchi coming your way. Creamy baked basil pesto. Yeah, it's ready for the weekend. Brothers and sisters, everybody out there, let's fill our bellies with all this good stuff straight after this.
Yum.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to the beginning of your weekend, my lovely. You're still on S3. And listen, today we are 100% getting into something that I know gamers are absolutely going to love. Because when we talk about monitors, this is how you elevate your gaming. It allows you to have a different experience when your monitors are 100% the best, which is why our Samsung family is in the building. My friend, I am telling you about the fact that you are going to be hearing about how you can, in fact, elevate that gaming experience. And this is why we are sitting with the head of Gen Z marketing at Samsung South Africa. I am talking about Anesu Malisa, everyone. Anesu, how are you?
I'm grand like 1,000 rand, and yourself?
I'm amazing, thank you. Tell me, Anesu, why are we so excited? Why are we celebrating for our gamers today?
Oh, we got something special.
Yes.
Today I'm here to talk about our amazing Odyssey G5 monitor. All right, and also we have a very special offer, so we're going to be unpacking that a little bit today.
Yes. Okay, so talk to me about this, because your team makes it possible for people to 100% enjoy their gaming experience,
Yes.
right? Which I absolutely love.
Yep.
But now, you know, how are these innovative features enhancing the gaming experience exactly?
So let's sort of take a look at the monitor itself. All right, so in order to explain it, you need to come on this journey with me.
Okay,
Are you
I'm
ready?
ready. I'm
All
ready.
right, so the gaming experience, right, it really starts with the setup. Okay, so the amazing thing about the Odyssey monitor is that it is a height adjustable stand, which allows gamers to be able to tilt, pivot, and swivel to make sure that it is at a comfortable setup for them, okay? And so now once it's comfortable, they're going to be met with an awesome QHD panel, which, by the way, this Odyssey monitor is the first one to have that type of panel, all right? So they're going to be fully immersed with this panel and also the curved screen, all right?
I love the curved screen.
Yep, curved screen, making sure that it covers and fills your peripheral vision. So you really are going to be immersed.
You're
okay?
inside.
But there's no point in being immersed when you're not going to have a smooth graphic experience, right? And this is now where the refresh rate then comes in, right? So in allowing you to have a smooth gaming experience, to allow also, there's also the 1 millisecond response time. Now, for those of you who like first-person shooters, such as myself, when you are playing those games, you must be able to respond real quickly when you see someone. So the 1 millisecond response time allows you to do just that.
Yes.
And also we make sure that, you know, you are able to game for longer periods of time.
Yes.
And yeah, that's the amazing Odyssey G5 monitor that we have.
You just took me on a journey. I love it.
Yeah.
Expresso family, I feel like I need my gaming screen now, actually. But talk to me about this, Anesu, because I feel like, you know what, when we get into emerging technologies, you guys are always at the forefront of that. You are the number ones.
Yes.
So what does it look like? What are those emerging technologies that are influencing the next generation of gamers?
So Samsung, we're looking to diversify our gaming monitor range, and we're going to be introducing the Odyssey OLED lineup. And so this is going to be following in the footsteps of some of our legends and great monitors, including the Odyssey Arc.
Okay.
And obviously the OLED technology is Samsung proprietary technology, and which basically means, for everybody who doesn't know what proprietary means, it means it's the type of technology that you'd only sort of find from Samsung.
Okay.
And so we're going to be introducing that to our gaming lineup, and we're really excited for all gamers all around the world, once again, to have the immersive experience at home with our gaming monitors.
I love that. And of course, you are Father Christmas today.
Yes.
As Samsung always is.
Yes.
How are you bringing Christmas in July for our gamers?
So, for today only, all right? For today only, you can get your hands on the Odyssey G5 QHD monitor for 6799. All right, so 6799, and also if you do purchase that today, you also get one of these. All right, a Fit 3, which is valued at 1299.
I love the Fit 3.
Yes. And so you need this, you need the monitor, and if I'm not mistaken, that is around a saving of about 2,400, if I'm not mistaken, just sort of looking at the team to make sure.
Looking at the bosses
about
now.
2,000,
Yeah,
just
correct.
I just want to make sure. But it's an incredible saving, and it's available today. And if you use the code LIVE25 at checkout, you have access to this incredible deal.
Beautiful. Listen, Anesu, I think you have done the absolute most. You're doing your duties as Father Christmas 100%. And we do appreciate your country duty. And just in terms of just speaking about this, you know, and speaking to the gaming community, why is it that Samsung absolutely loves coming together with them just to make this such a huge experience for them?
Yeah, so for us, really, we believe in putting the customer at the center of our designing, right? So we put the user at the center and really looking at gamers, you know, we really make sure that we try to understand what are their needs, what's the lifestyles that they live, and making sure that we create products that are suited for them and that they'll absolutely love.
Yeah.
So all of our technology, it is essential, and our innovations are essential. So we don't just create, you know, technology just to be cool or to have fancy features. Every innovation that we have has a purpose, and that purpose was discovered by speaking to our consumers, and in this case, speaking to all the gamers out there.
Oh, beautiful. I love this. Okay, so you're going to be showing me, right?
Okay.
Like, as in how it like works and everything, like after. Okay, perfect. Okay, all right. Expresso family, we keep telling you, Samsung does the most, and I think that you can see it for yourself 100%, because it really is beautiful just to see how they always take the customer into account and give us exactly what we need, not just to make our lives easier, but to give us the experience that we deserve. So gamers, this is your chance, honey. You heard about this beautiful new monitor that you deserve, and it is all in the name of making sure that it is an unforgettable experience with Samsung.
Incredible stuff for you gamers. But of course, let's move on to something a little bit more handy. Another episode of Handy Heroes, and today, let's take a look at the experts.
It's not me though. Don't worry, we've got something better for you. Listen up. Now we're going to the following experts from Build It Media, and that's in Cape Town, and they're going to be sharing their DIY hacks and valuable paint tips to help make your next DIY project that much easier. Pay attention to them rather.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from Build It Media in Athlone, Cape Town.
So our story in the hardware business began in 1964 when my grandfather opened up our very first hardware store under the name of Media Paints and Hardware. In 1999, this store was opened by my father under the same name. And then in 2021, we converted to Build It Media following our partnership with Build It. What makes me proud about our store is our long-standing history that we have in the industry, as well as our long-standing history with our suppliers. Combined with the support we get from Build It, it gives us a very powerful place to operate from and provide a service delivery to our customers that is very hard to contend with. The nice thing about the store is we serve such a large and diverse group of people that there really is something here for everyone. Plascon is our #1 paint supplier with the greatest range. We stock the majority of the range, and there really is something here for everyone. My favorite Plascon product is Plascon Double Velvet, and it is because it has this velvet sheen which looks incredible, but then it also has just superior durability, which is going to last a long time. My DIY tip is that just because something is cheaper doesn't necessarily mean it's going to cost you less in the long run. When it comes to spread rate and number of coats required, you may end up using more paint of a cheaper product than if you had bought a higher quality product to begin with.
Handy Heroes, powered by Plascon. Together, we've got this.
Hey man, they're making it really easy. I didn't think about this, but why have I placed all this pressure on myself when you have these people right there to sort you out? I mean, come on.
I mean, keep those brushes dancing. Handy Heroes is here for you with Plascon at your side. You can infuse life with a kaleidoscope of vibrant hues, transforming each DIY aspiration into a dazzling masterpiece.
Kaleidoscope.
I know, I said it. It's a big word.
When the cracks start to show, our strength and resilience is legendary. Micatex, strong enough to endure anything.
You know, I feel like Friday is the plug. You gotta give people everything, and we've been doing exactly that. But one thing we haven't done is get your gear up for the cold weather that's still around us, right? So we got some winter essentials. Yes, I told you we're plugging you with everything coming your way, and it's exclusive that you do not want to miss out on. Trust me.
Also, food.
Can I have more of that, please?
We have food, man. You know, like a creamy
please.
baked basil pesto gnocchi.
Ooh.
You can almost, I want to touch it.
Can I just like...
yes, we actually want to, from the screen, you're going to want to try this recipe. And of course, expressoshow.com. Get onto the website already. It's probably there, but we want to show you a bit of the steps to get you all flavored up and ready for your weekend. So make sure you stick around in a knockout recipe coming soon. That's why we're calling that gnocchi Balboa. Just thought about that.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
I love that little jingle. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And as you know, we love a good old game chat. Now, winter, it's icy grip is here. You can feel it. I'm feeling it right now. Honestly, I can't feel my ankles. But please hold on tight and fear not, because Game is here to wrap us in warmth with unbeatable deals on winter essentials. All of them.
This is what I'm here for. Now, imagine hearty meals from top-notch pressure cookers and the comforting glow of electric heaters, keeping the chill at bay. I know that conversation really just relaxed you and kept you warm, but, bro, is there anything that you can't live without when it comes to winter essentials?
Besides my dogs.
Is that for the count sessions?
Yes.
Nice.
They're like hot water bottles. No, I do. So I actually went to Game and I got myself one of the gas heaters, and I think that's absolutely, it's a game changer. I will recommend, and I think a lot of people, they don't read the signs of it. So if you have a smaller apartment and you're using those, don't forget to vent.
Oh, yeah.
Venting is important, right? But when you use them, it warms the entire home as well.
You mean venting like air, not venting like getting your emotions
no,
out?
both.
Both? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So when you switch it off to vent and open the windows a little bit, then you're like, why is this happening? So you must vent and vent. But I think it's an essential for me. I have to have a little heater for the legs. You know, just turned 38 in June, so my knee, you know, my knee's a bit cold, eh? But what about you? What's your essentials?
I think it's a good blanket, of course, but here's a crazy thing. Like, I think an essential for me has been something like an air fryer. It sounds so crazy, but it's like the convenience of not spending too much time making food and allowing me to just sit on the couch and like chill and warm up and cuddle and do my thing.
Yeah.
That's become an essential for me. But weirdly enough, I've changed that mantra, realizing this top tip. Now, check this out, right?
Yes,
I
please.
reckon if you do the following every winter, you start cooking a lot of hearty, warm meals, right? When you're done cooking it or you do things that are done in the oven, leave the oven open afterwards. It's like an extra heater for the house.
Can you stop?
Yeah.
It's such a good idea.
Bro. So bake more, lots of warm treats, use your oven a lot, and it's like an extra heat as you get warm food and a warm house. Just keep it open afterwards.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's why I love cooking, because I mean it's warm. That's why I love it. This is actually perfect. I love that.
Man,
so
got you.
I tell you what, if that's a top tip for staying warm as well, not only that, but there's got to be some more top tips. For me, I'd say get dogs.
Again.
Right. That's my top tip. Because I'm telling you, that's a hot water bottle right there. While you're watching TV, they come and just chill with you. I'm sure you know this with your two big dogs.
This is actually true, man. I've got huskies which have like insulating fur, so I sweat at night, bro. I'm taking vests off and stuff. So listen, if you can't get a dog or a husky, don't worry. There's other options though, right?
Yeah, there are.
There are a lot of odds, and especially when we're talking about what you can get from these exclusive plugs from Game. Now, Carlitos, talk to the people, bro.
Right. I mean, from cozy comforts to practical solutions, Game is everything we need to stay toasty all season long at low prices. And I feel like we need to take a look at some of those epic deals. All right?
Listen up. Let's do the thing. Simplifying your winter meals can be done like this. How? Well, with Russell Hobbs electric pressure cooker.
There it is.
And it's only 1,899 Rand. And listen to this. It has variable temperature control and removable cooking pots, which is perfect for quick, flavorful dinners that warm you up from the inside out. And again, maybe you can just leave it open afterwards and there's some of that extra heat get through the house.
That's it. You see the top tip is working there.
Coming through.
Okay, but how about this, right? You have to keep the chill out. It's important. Okay, so what we're going to do is give you some pure pleasure.
Okay.
And that's actually, sorry, it's a brand name. You thought Pure Pleasure Coral Fleece Electric Blanket for only 1,199 Rand. This is your bed's best friend on cold nights. You can stay warm and cozy all night long with 3 heat settings and automatic overheat protection to make sure the heat in the bedroom is just perfect.
I'm not going to comment on that one.
You shouldn't.
But you know, every reason to get involved with this. But listen, that doesn't stop there because you can also start those winter mornings right with the Russell Hobbs kettle and toaster. And that's a pack. And it comes in at only 1,549 Rand. Yes, you can get the pair of them. It's that cheap and it's essential for your favorite Jacob's cuppa and rusks to kickstart your day. We're talking about those essential moments. Yes, perfect is the right word.
Wow. Okay, how about warming up your space in no time? Now, you know, if somebody said to you in your life, I need space.
Yeah.
Warm it up for them.
What do you got
with
for
the
us?
Gold Air quartz heater for only 549 Rand. Come on, it's a must-have for those frosty winter days and perfect for fast, effective heating with the convenience of a returnable 1-year warranty. So they've got your back. The warmth continues even after a year.
I absolutely love this. Listen, I'm getting so excited by my top tips. I'm going to actually go and take some time to go practice that right now. You don't mind taking the rest of this, right?
I don't mind.
I'm going to go prep up something for you, brother.
What do you get?
I got you. Don't
Just
you
make
worry.
sure you leave the oven open when you go do that. Thank you. Sorry. Okay, well, stay here and make sure he just left me. It's fine. Share your tips for staying warm, please, during these chilly winter nights on our social pages. Please use the hashtag #GotGame. I'm glad you're coming closer. And stock up on all your winter must-haves. Now, store opening hours are for you on Monday through to Friday from 9 to 6. Also, can I just say that it's very warm in store because of all the deals. Saturdays from 9 to 5, and then Sunday and public holidays from 9 to 4. So just get involved, and Game has got you.
Yes, like I said, we're bringing the top tips all the way through this morning, and I'm not going to do it alone. Carlitos is going to be joining me for this one, but let me plug you, Mzansi, because like I said, we're serving you with everything, especially as we head into the weekend. Remember, there's a cold front coming through, so these warm, hearty meals are perfect for you. So, if you love comfort food, this is, like I said, definitely for you. We're baking creamy basil pesto gnocchi. It's soft, pillowy gnocchi in a rich, creamy pesto sauce. This is winter heartiness at its finest. This is honestly the ultimate cozy dish for any night of the week and is guaranteed to warm your soul and satisfy your cravings for a good Italian-inspired dish. So, Italian, Carlitos.
Yes, of course.
Let's do it, brother.
I'm ready for you. This dish is guaranteed to be a knockout, and that's why we're doing it together. Here it comes. So, first and foremost, we need something creamy. We need something that's going to be the staple of this because it's going to bake. So we need something like, we got some milk.
Bum, bum,
All right.
bum. Yes.
So first and foremost, you're gonna go. Are you gonna go in that basil
Yeah,
pesto
crazy
first,
as it is,
huh?
no oil or anything in the pot right now, but we're popping in some basil pesto. Let me just get that in there. And once that's in there, some salt and pepper. But do not forget the creaminess that Carlitos just spoke about coming through from the one and only. We're talking about Clover's Heritage Fresh Milk Pack here, which is something that we're using in this recipe. And you're not only getting a great product, but you're also helping community projects. And that's with 20 cents donated per purchase from Clover.
Wow.
So this is the perfect reason to get some milk for the weekend or the week or the month or for the rest of the year. Now, obviously, using fresh milk in this recipe brings a wonderful richness to the sauce by not only enhancing the creaminess of the sauce, but also balancing the flavors perfectly. Like we said, we've got basil pesto in here. It can be a bit overwhelming, and I think that's why the creaminess of the milk is really going to balance it out like we just
So you know what you're doing now? You're getting the reduction process going. So because the milk has such a beautiful, rich and creamy texture, you are now slowly but surely taking some of the moisture out of it. So it's becoming cream-like, so that when it interacts with the gnocchi in the oven, when you put that in later, what's going to happen is it's going to bind together, but then the mouthfeel is going to be beautiful and velvety. That's what we're trying to do with the gnocchi. So you are literally starting the process of, it is a science to it. You're starting it, so that's why. So if you look at if you just tilt that forward a bit,
the camera can see this right now.
beautiful.
Check it out. Wow.
See that? So
Very
that's why,
nice.
and we reduce that down. And while you're doing that, I want seasoning. So I'm going to do, if you haven't put salt and pepper in already, I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I'll pop in a little bit more, but I have some. I think this one's kind of to taste, but like I said, I haven't even got this fully absorbed yet, but it smells so good. You can see how that creaminess is just going to lend to an absolute magic sensation, but oh man. If I could just share smells on TV, it's the one sense we're missing, man. Come on. But listen, Mzansi, this is giving you every reason to do this yourself. But let us finish this just to give you every reason to do exactly that.
So we're going to try and go top to bottom. So what I want is ideally in this recipe, I want you to reduce that down just a little bit. The viscosity of the milk's going to change a little bit. It's going to be a little creamier. Once you get that particular texture, then that's ready for it. So let's prep. So what we've got here, we've got this amazing baking dish. And what we've done, we've actually given it a bit of a spray first, just to make sure that whatever we have in that oven's going to come out beautifully. Now, what I love to do... Yes.
Sorry, drop. I think another thing that's really important about it is that when you are oiling up your dishes, you don't get frustrated by the fact that when you dive in for a serving, the bowl steals half of your half of your contents. So that's a great tip there. Sorry to interrupt you, bro.
What I like, no, not at all. What I like to do is before I layer anything, like any good layering of pasta or Italian dishes, I like to put a layer of my tomato on the bottom. Why? Because when tomato interacts with heat, it gets sticky and it sweetens a lot, so that the base of this already has some rich flavor. So that's why I like my platform to be the tomato first.
Wow, I love the kitchen so much because we don't just cook here, we also get science lessons, bio, nutrition. Wow, is it going to be a pop quiz after this?
There might be, I'm going to test you.
Okay.
I am. And then we've got our gnocchi, and what we're going to do is we're going to pop our gnocchi in, we're going to spread it out all over, and remember, when you're ready with that, we're going to pour that all over and get it ready for our oven. So the gnocchi goes in.
This is incredible because this is obviously, like we said, we've got these sort of pillowy gnocchi pieces here that, in my opinion, absorb all the goodness. And if you're thinking about that right now, we've got, like you just mentioned, your tomato. We've got this beautiful reduction coming through here. It's starting to look and smell incredible. So my only thing is that I don't think that we put enough of this. We need to make like a bigger batch. So I would suggest to you, Mzansi, and I'm just going to show you how this is really coming together. It's almost at a boil. You might not want to make it that hot, but it is reducing nonetheless. So I'm getting a bit of a thicker texture to this already. And again, like if I was to talk about senses, the smells right now, a perfect balance of pesto and cream and richness.
Brother, I think we're there.
If I was to picture this in an emotion, it would be like, I think sliding down a green, gooey, like goodness. I don't even know. I can't have the words for this. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to make this at home yourself.
So now, obviously, you've got that saucepan which has the lip so you can pour it in. I want you to go direct over, and I want you to really just...
Let's go camera side. So
please do it. So, and then I want you to go and spread it out evenly across everything. So you see, and naturally, I mean, it's Italian, right? So you've got those colors. You've got those rich greens, rich reds coming through as well. And then you got that perfectly cooked gnocchi, which will continue to cook over here. So this is what we have. So what we're going to do is, like any good, you want to balance it out. And then we want to finish it properly, right?
I could eat that right now, and it's not even done.
I'm going to go seasoning.
Yeah, nice.
We want to get some more seasoning over there. Maybe just a touch more salt as we go over. And then we've got some Parmesan. And we want to be liberal with our Parmesan.
Is that kind of like, you reckon, like crisp up at the end and give you that
Well, that's exactly what
texture?
you want. But I'm just saying from a height, you want to make sure it's spread evenly. So I like to, from a height, spread my Parmesan over like that because you don't want anything to stodge. You want it to be balanced, especially when it comes into the oven. And that is what's going to happen. And what you want to do that, you want to make sure that you've got some basil ready, actually fresh basil, so you can finish it after. But what I want you to see is, can you see how the Parmesan is now coating the sauce, almost creating that layer of creaminess? Right? So you're going to go 15 to 20 for 180. And you are good to go, my friend. You are serving up for the family, and you are ready to do that. And don't forget, when it's hot afterwards, if you think there's not enough Parmesan, there's probably not. Put in some more.
Absolutely
and then dress.
brilliant. Guys,
Perfect.
this is what it's about. ExpressoShow.com if you want this recipe, and trust me, you do, because just based on the smells alone, no one's going to hate this. Everybody's going to be absolutely ecstatic by the fact that you made this for them. Maybe we'll tuck into that and actually talk to Mzansi about how good it is. It's a little bit hot now. We still got to put it in the oven, but this is what it's about. We've got flavors, we've got science lessons, we've got fun in the kitchen, and maybe you can make this with your family and make a memory out of it. I'm just here for the fact that that came out perfectly, bro.
I told you this earlier, it's a knocker. That's why it's called gnocchi balboa. ExpressoShow.com, grab the recipe.
Oh, thank you, my lovelies. Listen, Expresso family, there's so much to be excited about where we find ourselves, yeah? Firstly, the weekend is upon us. Then there is the Olympics. But here's something more to be excited about. Honey, we got Frigid Armadillo as well as Atmos Black in the building. We're going to be getting to know them a little bit better. And then, oh my word, a song that I love, Ingalo. They are going to be performing it live right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So trust me, you deserve to stick around for that performance because it is going to officially kick off your weekend. Do not go anywhere. We're just going to take a short break. We'll be back after this.
Got a cold or flu? Effervescent Corenza Paracy has got your back, specially formulated to effectively relieve pain, fever, and nasal congestion. And to make you feel even better, 2 lucky viewers each stand a chance to win 4,000 Rand cash by answering the questions on the Corenza Paracy competition post on the Expresso social media pages using #@OTCWinter in your answer. Competition closes 2nd August. T's and C's on ExpressoShow.com.
Atmos.
And then Atmos. You press that.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Safe weekend, Lagu SABC3. And my friends, listen, when we talk about us and having a good time, we only ever bring you the biggest hits from the biggest artists. And this is why this morning we are joined by none other than Frigid Armadillo as well as Atmos Black. Everybody, let's give them a feel-good welcome, please. Ba, 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 ba. Gents, ni righty?
We're good.
That's
Thank you.
good.
How are you?
I'm great.
That's
because the performance is coming and you guys are here.
Thank you. It's here.
Exactly.
Atmos, it's here.
And Tunzi, it's here.
It's here.
Done
Only
all.
here.
President Amadula, I'm going to start with you guys because apparently you have such a special story about how you came together and how music came about. What happened over here? How did this happen over here?
No, surely.
It's very interesting.
No, we're two friends who made in varsity. First year of varsity. We actually, it was like a mutual connection, nothing to do with music.
Okay.
The music only came like further down the line. So
Yeah.
we were bored. We both found that we have a mutual interest. He left the project on my school laptop. I finished it off over the weekend, and that's kind of how Frigid was born.
Oh, look at that. Danko education.
Thank
Bringing
you.
us to music.
Thank you,
Yes.
education.
But tell me about your very first offering. How did you guys decide that you wanted to actually put out umculo, and how did people receive it?
It wasn't planned.
Mhm.
Just as he said, we were just friends who just made music for fun.
Yeah.
We just one day just decided, let's just do it, just for the fun of it. Reception was good. It was always good from the onset.
Oh, sorry. Superstars,
It
yeah.
was good from the onset. We just kept going, we kept pushing.
I love it.
Yeah.
And now look at you
Yeah.
on Expresso, putting out the biggest songs in the country.
Right.
Yeah, come on, okay. Atmos, I'm coming to you now because you're a self-taught producer. What made you go into producing?
To be honest, my dad was a huge fan of music, so it's because of him, to be honest. Yeah. But like, started with DJing, then music after. I produced. Yeah.
And what was like the first genre that you got into?
Deep house.
Yes, we love it.
Yeah,
And gents, now fast forward to 2024 from when you guys all started. Ingalo is what has come about. Speak to us about the song. How did it come about as a whole? And how did you choose Umthunzi as your vocalist?
Actually, this song came from another session that we're doing with Umthunzi. So this was at the back end of the session, and we just drafted an idea, and then we met up with Atmos at a gig. We were all gigging somewhere, and we pitched it to him. And he was a fan already.
Yes.
Of course.
Like we all are.
So he agreed to it, and then we just worked on it. It was quite easy, quite quick, to be honest. So
I love that. And tell me, how do you guys decide on like vocalists for the music that you make? Because I can sing, by the way, just letting you know. But how do you genuinely decide on though who's gonna be perfect for the sound?
It's honestly like you don't. Sometimes it's a hit and a miss.
Okay.
Sometimes you look for other vocalists. Fortunately though with Mthunzi, like he's so like multifaceted that like he just like slots right in. You give him an idea and he knows.
Is he
what to
dancing
do.
right now? As you speak about him.
I mean, I'm not trying to flatter him to give a great performance or anything, but yeah, like it's easier.
Beautiful. Well, gentlemen, I want to let you do your thing, please, because the rest of Mzansi is waiting. Everybody, let's put our hands together for the song Ingalo, which is going to continue to go all the way to the top. It is Frigid Amadillo, Atmos Black, as well as Mthunzi. Let's go, baby. Go ahead, gents. Do the things that you need to do. Go and press the buttons. Mthunzi, you can come right in, my brother. Let's do the things that need to be done.
emsebenzini Ngiyapheka ma ungekho usebenza wena Ayikho into engayenzi like akukho engakwenzi Sengiyadideka manje Funa ngenzeni manje Sengiyadideka manje Inkinga wena ufuna konke Inika isandla ufune ngalo yonke Inkinga wena ufuna konke Inika isandla ufune ngalo yonke Inkinga wena ufuna konke Inika isandla ufune ngalo yonke Inkinga wena ufuna konke Inika isandla ufune ngalo yonke When out there, baby out there When out there, out there When out there, baby out there When out there, out there
Come on, everybody, make some noise. Gents, come forward. I need to speak to you very quickly. First and foremost, gents, that is a beautiful song. Nenzanjani nina man.
Thank you.
It's beautiful talent.
Oh, come on.
Makes it easy.
Thanks some tunes, eh?
Makes it so easy.
Guys, I want to ask you about the song that you're going to be performing after the ad break. Tell us more, please.
So after the ad break, we're actually performing our second song with Mthunzi. We have a few in the pipeline. This is two of we don't know how many. But the song is called Nyasaba. A little bit of a twist, more of an Afro beats vibe.
Okay.
You'll see after the break.
Hi, Nyasaba mina, of all this fire over here. Listen, you need to stay tuned, Expresso family, because deliciousness is still coming your way. Speaking of deliciousness, I got some delicious gents in Cape Town. Hi there, Conrad.
What's she talking about? So I don't know what you're talking about, but it's fine. Thank you for knocking on the right door because go get our gnocchi, my friend.
Let's get it.
We focus
Yes.
only on you. And you know what's coming up? As mentioned, Frigid Armadillo and Atmos Black will be performing for you. But let's get that out there. We prepared that earlier. The recipe's on expressoshow.com. It's not just a normal gnocchi. Don't touch with your hand. Hello.
I know.
I saw that.
It's so.
Just put that over here. I can't take you anywhere.
Bro, we made this,
I know
by
we
the
made
way.
this, but you almost made your hand bleed.
I know.
Don't do that. Be careful, okay? Right.
Excitement is
Can you just-
abound. A reminder, Mzansi, this
your
was our
plate?
basil pesto gnocchi that we made.
Yes, and
It
it's
was
creamy
absolutely
and
simple.
baked.
The biggest pointer that we'd say in hindsight is that you need to make all the recipe ingredients ×2 because you need to
have
make
to.
way more than this. It's not going to last. I'm telling you, but the real taste test is going to come up now, and I've been waiting for this moment like since yesterday.
That's it. Okay. I'm creamy. Basil pesto is coming through. Acidity of the tomato, balancing out some of the creaminess as well, so it's not too creamy. It's perfectly balanced. Your feelings?
My feelings are beyond the science lessons that you taught me in terms of what makes this incredible. This is not a taste. This is not science. This is an emotion. It's an experience.
An emotion.
It's a whole event.
It is
and you
indeed.
can have it all on your doorstep, in your kitchen, if you head over to expressoshow.com. What are you waiting for?
You should,
Wow, man.
honestly. They should name a whole month after this. October. That'd be great. See you later.
You're knocking me out.
Oh,
Joe.
I'm sorry.
Are you a handy hero at home looking for your next project? This is your chance to get started by entering to win 10,000 Rand in cash each week from Plascon South Africa. Buy any Plascon product and post a pic of yourself with your product on social media with hashtag PlasconSA. Make sure you follow Plascon SA on Facebook and Instagram. Competition closes midday Friday, 9th August, so enter now. T's and C's on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey,
Good morning and welcome back. We missed you. Honestly, we just enjoyed some gnocchi a little bit earlier. That recipe's on expressoshow.com. But let's focus on the Olympics today. And we asked you on social media, what's your favorite Olympic sport to watch and why? Thank you for sharing your voice notes and comments on 063-408-8863. Let's take a look at a few of them, shall we?
Yeah, let's
Right.
do it. Jolene Mandy Haywood comes through and says, I enjoy all the Olympics, but love the diving and gymnastics. Bro, I love the gents that do those insane power moves.
Those
inspiration on another level, right?
It is, it's brilliant. And then Morena's saying, good morning. I love the swimming because our country swimmers never fail us. They tops, I can tell you.
Yeah, that is true. Look, I'm not going to be someone that's going crazy about swimming right now because we've had the bar set so high. It's almost like intimidating, overwhelming to see what our athletes need to replicate. But listen, the comments are coming through, Mzansi, and we absolutely love it. We've got Astrid van Ster who says, good morning, Expresso team. In our house, we love the Olympics. Summer, winter, Para-Olympics, sorry, and all. We follow almost all the events, but swimming and athletics gets us the most excited. Go Team SA, we are proud of you all.
We're definitely proud of you. We're also proud of, the thing is we have one more comment before we get on to, if being amazing was an Olympic sport. We have a competitor who's available to us, right?
I think I know
Michelle
you're talking about.
mine is gymnastics. I just love how they start from a very young age and then stay dedicated throughout. Gymnastics is my favorite as well.
Yeah.
I love it. Gymnastic movements in the gym are big for me and I'm trying to get better and better, but watching the Olympics, it's going to up my game. But as I mentioned to you, there's somebody here, an athlete at being amazing. If there was an Olympic sport, here she is, our golden person. Gold medalist in being incredible.
Guys, I love you guys so much. You guys are athletes of being handsome, okay, and just amazing, and everything else in between my beauties.
Thank you. So,
guys, can I tell you what my favorite is?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay, so my favorite is running, yabo, because those who can't do, they watch others do. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I like to watch the people who run because I can't. And I think that the ones who do, they are so excellent. So I can't wait to see how the likes of Akani do. I want to see Sha'Carri Richardson, especially because last time she unfortunately couldn't compete.
Yes.
So now it's like, oh my goodness, how is she going to come back stronger? So that's my favorite, my beautiful gents.
You're 100% right because the women in athletics are literally dominating the headlines right now. They look like the most absolutely incredible specimens. I honestly think that it's making us forget about the fact that we have a South African in that 100-meter too. We're talking about Akani Sabini here. What are your thoughts on him? We're backing him?
Exactly.
Right.
100%. 100%. That's why I'm saying I want to see how Akani does. I think he's going to break records, and I cannot wait for all of us to witness it.
Oh, it's going to be crazy. He's going up against like Noah Lyles and some of the very best. But I'm just inspired by the fact that we have our own Olympian.
No, of course. Zanele, you are always on the podium for us, so thank you so much. We appreciate you. Look at you go.
I love you
It's
guys. You guys, you know I'm always going for gold. You guys are my gold. Aww.
Stop it.
I'm going to cry. All right, so it's fine. But you know what? Thank you so much, Zanele. Of course, Olympic Games, they begin this evening. It's going to be fantastic, all right? The Blitzboks are doing very well.
Yeah.
Let's continue that winning feeling now and give you a little enabler because it could be your lucky day today to win when you play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 27 million rand in total estimated jackpots. That's today.
Yeah, it's happening and we don't want you to get left behind. So do the following. Play Powerball for an estimated 15 million rand. And then we also have Powerball Plus for an estimated 12 million rand. And it's happening this Friday. That's today if you don't know what day it is of the week yet.
Yeah. It's happy Friday, by the way. So if you want to know how to buy your tickets, it's quite simple. You can actually walk into a store physically and say hello to the person behind the counter. It kind of has a good vibe to it. nationallottery.co.za on the website. Mobile app, that's a nice one. You can also buy tickets through your cell phone banking. That's of your choice. And then there is a USSD option, which is *120 *7529#. That's from your cell phone. And remember, follow the prompts and you can be a winner.
Carlitos, thank you so much for coming through. And a reminder, Mzansi, if none of this makes sense, we got you covered because we posted all the details on our Expresso social media pages. So right now is what you can do. You can go check it out. And you can pound a push or play the Powerball and Powerball Plus for 27 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. And you could become a multi-millionaire winner.
Love it.
Please.
And you know what? Winners love to groove a bit. We need some grooves, Anele.
Bring it.
Up.
Yes, honey, we're already winning because we got to the weekend and it is officially here because the ministers of groove are here. Everybody, Gia Saba on Expresso!
this girl from Mombasa, yeah. She looks so fine. She loves it among you, mama, yeah. And in your side, what if me a catch her? What if we a catch her? What if me a catch her? What if we a catch her? Nah. I got this girl from Mombasa, yeah. She looks so fine. She loves it among you, mama, yeah. And in your side, what if me a catch her? What if we a catch her? Nah. What if me a catch her? What if we a catch her? Nah. Yeah, saba, yeah, saba. Yeah, saba, yeah, saba. I'm getting a girl from Mombasa. Yeah, saba, yeah, saba. Yeah, saba, yeah, saba. Getting a girl from Mombasa. Yeah, saba, yeah, saba. Yeah, saba, yeah, saba. Yeah, saba, yeah, saba. Yeah, saba, yeah, saba.
Another feel-good production.
Enjoy a thicker and creamier full cream yogurt with real fruit pieces. A fruitful day awaits with Clover Fruits of the Forest.